With little time to prepare, the posse have a quick conference and decide to use words to try to sway Gloria. Unfortunately, these are hardened bandits and will require more than mere words to dissuade them from their plunder. The battle is messy, the hostages are lost, magic goes wild, arrows fly, and it ends with Gloria and some of her cohorts barricading themselves in the temple. Instead of surrendering, Gloria and co decide to make a break and charge into the waiting posse and get cut down. Fortunately for Gloria, the cleric Annabelle saves who she can, while Khyra wants nothing more than to execute these raiders. In the aftermath of the attack, Khyra gets berated for leaving and not properly taking charge of the situation, while Tristel gets lauded and given various small gifts. Pearl avoids most of the trouble, except for some scorn from the mayor, and narrowly avoids getting banished from town again. In the following days, the temple is repaired and a discovery is made. One of the walls, damaged in the fire, revealing a secret room containing a golem. They decide to recover fully before investigating the strange find, and instead spend some time questioning Gloria, but don't learn anything of importance. They return to the golem and after some experimentation, discover the Rod of Comfort seems to have an effect on it, and so decide to make a trip to the ruins of Northridge, hoping that the ruins of the temple will have answers for them. However, before they depart, a wandering wizard called Henrietta arrives. It turns out she is also investigating the strange magical taint. She tells them what little she knows of Tabaxi, giving Pearl a name for her kind at least. Henrietta also shares some dragon lore, discussing the Draconians, and what little she knows about golems, eager to win their favour so she can return later to study the magical anomalies. What lives in the ruins? Will they gain a golem ally? Will they ever meet a dragon? Let's find out now on Embers of the Wilds.
Alright, there we go, we're back. Oh, I usually don't do the intro. I mean, Neil, go.
Hello everybody, we're back.
Nice.
So, where last we left the party, you guys were about to set out for the ruins of Northridge. Was there anything that you wanted to take with you? You probably need a few days worth of food, right?
Yes, I believe so. I'm also terrified of the of whatever was waiting over there last time when we heard very spooky screaming sounds.
Screamy, casual, nothing wrong. Not a ghost.
Yeah.
There was a weird screeching noise in the night that almost killed everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But you knew it was probably a one-time thing. Probably not worth it.
That's right, we were all
left,
knocked down
you know?
to like 1 health.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
It's fine, we just slept wrong.
That's it. It was just a shared nightmare. Slept badly on your back, turked your neck, so in the morning, 1 hit point remained. Yes.
Yeah,
so for
those
this
nightmares, you know?
How many days away is the journey?
It's a 2-day journey there, a 2-day journey back, and then however long you think you might need to spend in the town finding and excavating the church, if it needs any excavation.
There's also hunting, Pearl. If Pearl can take home some game this time, we could survive.
Yeah, I've been pretty bad at that every time I've rolled for it. But yes, I mean, we should be able to like collect rations and whatnot to get ready to head out.
Yeah,
Totally. You can buy... Sorry, what?
How much does three ration cost? I forget.
Let me open up my player's handbook, which is kind of falling apart now. It's been well loved for many years.
That's amazing.
Rations. Mount and other animals. Pools. Container capacities. I love charts and tables and graphs. Equipment. Rations. LMNOP. Rations. 1 day of rations is 5 silver coins, 50 copper coins, half a gold coin, any one of those, and they weigh 2 pounds. And you know that there is a river that runs through town. This river here inevitably probably meets with it, so water, not that big of a deal. You can follow the creeks and rivers and keep yourself filled with water, but the food you're going to want.
Okay, I have 2 rations, and it was like 1.5 days out, something like that. So I guess I'll
1.5 to, yeah, you're probably going to want at least 5, bare minimum 5. Maybe an extra 1 or 2 or 3, depending on how long you want to be over prepared for.
Yeah. Well, let's bring 5, I think. Okay. Still not encumbered. Good. All right.
Yeah, I am also bringing 5.
Was it 1 silver piece per or 2?
5 silver.
5.
5 silver. Damn. Okay.
Expensive. I have 5 already, and I'm just gonna buy 2 more just in case.
Wise.
Gold is 10 silver, right?
Yes.
Oh, arrows. I should restock on arrows.
Yes.
I'm still carrying around this chainmail.
Oh, yeah. So that brings us into the thing that I wanted to do. So I wanted to, since we completely forgot to do this last episode, loot Gloria's crew. Because they're dead. They don't need their equipment anymore.
And they have a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, the 2 crossbows are going to be especially nice, because those are pretty easy to use, and we can arm some villagers with them.
Yeah, let me pull up their character sheets right here. So from Gloria, you can get studded leather, a dagger, and a scimitar. And from her soldiers, her infantry, you can get regular leather, scimitars, and 2 light crossbows. So why don't we create a fake character sheet that we can just call player's stash or something. Yeah, and then we can add whatever you want to this. I'll put it in your area. You should all be able to see this character sheet now. And I'm just going to drag a bunch of gear to it. And then you guys can all edit it and move things around or do whatever you want with it.
Awesome.
I think I would want to do is to arm the citizens to a pretty large extent. Like Ashley mentioned, like actually give people the ability to defend the town using the new weapons and sort of like, I don't know, I guess we could like talk to the townspeople and do some sort of like tactics in terms of like, oh, maybe we put more defenses at the entrances to town. Maybe we can like even move the more vulnerable people to the center of the town and the more like fighting capable people to the edges of the town, like do that type of thing to make sure that the town is like a little bit more defended than it's previously been.
Totally sensible and logical. But probably not something that you can do if you want to leave today. Do you want to delay your departure to reorganize the town, or do you want to do that when you return?
I could go either way.
I mean, we're not in a rush to get to the...
Yeah, the golem isn't presenting any, like, we need to figure out what's going on here immediately.
This is true. Now that you guys are looting those bodies, you will actually find multiple days of food on each person here. So you can either unbuy those things if you want, or you can just, have extra dry rations laying around. Each of them had 4, and there were 8 of them, so that's 32 plus 4 on Gloria should be 36 rations.
Ooh, nice.
On them.
I'm taking
and you
4
already
of
collected
those?
the money,
Yeah.
right? I think last session you did loot their cash off of them, I seem to recall.
Did we, actually?
I don't know.
I felt like I rolled some dice for some money.
I think it might have... I don't know. I'm having vague memories of this happening while we were taking XP.
Maybe?
But I can't confirm.
My
I'll
memory
check
is just
the
that we
wiki.
never asked anything about their loot. But I could be wrong.
It's possible that I might be misremembering or imagining things.
Same.
These things happen.
I don't think we did take their money.
Okay. All right. I don't see it in the wiki. I think you guys are right.
Oh,
I
actually,
think
someone in
I
chat
am trying
mentioned
to...
that didn't we like collect funds to the sheriff's office and or bring that to the city?
Was that for this, or was that for our loot from something else?
That's true. Yeah, that was from Braxis and Thoraxis.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, so that was not for the bandits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So let us get you some money.
Yes.
Gloria was carrying 29 gold.
Damn.
And
Rich.
each of her subordinates were carrying 3d8 silver. So 8 times 3 is 24d8 silver. 95 silver on her subordinates. And I will put that in the player's stash as well. And you guys can divide it up later, give it all to one person, throw it in the river because you don't care about money. One of these options. I'm in favor of throwing it in the river.
You don't want us having money?
I, for one, would like money.
But we don't need that for the
money.
money.
How can I
don't get
motivate
paid.
you? Yeah. Actually, that's true. You need some cash. Okay. So, reorganizing the town now?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that would be good. Let's
First-
do it.
First major roadblock.
Okay.
Nobody wants to move out of their home that they've been living in to go move into someone else's home.
Yeah, I feel like that's just not going to happen.
Okay. Can we force them to sign a paper that if anything happens, then they can't blame the the sheriff or something?
You can make them sign that paper, but
No, I can't make them sign that paper, but someone can.
But even if they sign that, that doesn't mean that they're not going to get angry.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
just have
true.
an argument over the paper.
And we're kind of a town built on trust and community, so I feel like stuff like that wouldn't
Yeah.
work regardless.
Yeah, everyone really gets along for the most part, aside from the weird sorceress, who is accepted, but just kind of she's an odd one.
People are keeping an
let
eye,
kids get too close.
because
Yeah,
sometimes snakes.
sometimes snakes. Just surprise snakes.
Okay, well, at the very least, I think one thing we want to do is reinforce any entrances or any easy walkways that people can just go up. I feel like it's good to turn those into I don't know, drawbridges or just something you can pull up with a rope or something, so that anyone coming from the ground can't just walk into any of the people's homes. I think it would be good to do that.
Yeah. So these staircases that are in the town can be removed and replaced with staircases that might be able to lift up. It's going to be a bit of a project because you basically have to reconstruct the staircases with a little bit more technology. You got to create a pulley system or something in order to pull those up. Work can start on it. There's going to need to be some money involved to hire the people to do this. And while that is being done, you can create temporary measures, like maybe putting a gate on the top of these staircases that can be properly shut. Not perfectly defendable, someone could climb over it, but at least if someone's on the backside, you can really get some advantages on defending the gate as opposed to just defending an open staircase. And the gates will be cheap. The gates will be maybe 4 days of work for the carpenter. The lifting bridges, the lifting staircases will probably take months.
Yeah, I feel like the design of you have wooden bars and people armed with spears would be really effective. Because then if you try to climb over, then you're not going to be defended from spears.
Yes.
That's true. They wouldn't have to be as adept, fighters to just poke and stab.
And this is this is an idea that everyone can get behind. They've seen these creatures, these draconians arriving, and these raiders arriving and just marching on up. And that didn't used to be a problem. Didn't need to defend the town before, but now, you guys are right. It's time. Excellent. So everyone will happily agree to do this as long as it can be financed. Mayor Barnaby will look at you guys and go, well, I've got some town money lying around, but if we're going to be doing this, we might need to find some new sources of income. You're headed to Northridge, aren't you?
Indeed. What idea do you have?
Disrespectful, but, you know, sacked and ruined town, there might be some money lying around. If you can find any, we could certainly use it.
True. I mean, it's not like they're going to use it, so...
And I wouldn't, go around disrespecting anything, but...
Yeah, of course.
There's just some gold lying on the ground, or something.
We'll keep an eye out. It might be difficult, though. I believe there's been a lot of raiders coming through the town, so I'm not sure if we can find anything of value, but we'll keep an eye out.
Of course. I mean, it's been 20 years. The town's probably completely picked over. But, here's hoping.
Oh, so how much would it cost? Like, how much money would you need for this project, do you think?
That is a great question. Let me open up my spreadsheets, and I will give you a few months of the carpenter's income. Carpenter makes 450 gold a year. Is that right? Yeah. So 450 divided by 12, that can't be right. 37 gold a month? No, that's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
So we're going to need about...
I only get 16.
But that's after you pay your expenses.
Absolutely.
Your living expenses. Yeah. So you're going to need probably about 75 gold pieces or 750 silver to finance the carpenter, and then maybe a little bit extra in order for the actual supplies. Let's call it like 100 gold will probably solve this problem, or at least get you most of the way to succeeding on it. Construction, there's often problems that come up. We'll deal with them when they get here, but the bulk of your investment will be around 100 gold.
Right.
But I'm sure there's already existing tax money we can use for this, right? We just
Mayor
need a little bit
Burnaby
more.
manages to stay there by cutting those town expenses, so the town's sort of living month to month. He doesn't collect more taxes than anyone ever really needs. So there's not much in the way of town coffers left over. There's a little bit, and he will put up what little bit is there and personally stake the rest, so the craftsman, the carpenter, can start work today. And then Mayor Barnaby looks at you guys and goes, I definitely don't have 100 gold on this, so... I'm kind of counting on someone to make some money. But if it doesn't happen, I'll take responsibility for these actions. I guess that's goes with the territory of being mayor. Although this is 3.5 seasons worth of work for me, so,
But we're gonna go head out and explore the surrounding areas, and I feel that's kind of what we do now. So we're gonna see if we can find any treasure on the way or anything we can bring back to town that's going to be useful. We're going to keep an eye out. I promise we'll come back with something, at least. If anything, I can just give some of my money. I think I have some to spare. So, yeah.
We did just confiscate a fair amount of gold from our recent bandits in town. Could definitely put a large dent in it.
Yep.
Excellent. Great. You guys are doing great work. I'm really appreciative of it.
Yeah, I think you're doing great work too with taxes. Is that what you do with money and the
taxes? I'm the mayor. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome.
It's good. I don't know how taxes work. I just think it's something with money that at every transaction someone pays something extra, like on top of it. Seems very complicated.
You are doing work.
Your praise is much appreciated, and your sarcasm only a little. But thank you. Anyway, I'm sure you've got bigger and better things to do.
Yeah.
And so
Great.
this can be when you wanted to dole out gear, right? You've got a couple spears that the sheriff has. You've got all these scimitars, a couple of crossbows, which are pretty easy to use. Someone just has to practice with them for a couple, a few hours a day or so, and they can wield a crossbow. Their proficiency bonus with it will increase over time. Yeah.
And there was a chainmail as well. I'm guessing we can give that to one of the deputies.
Oh, right. That should be. I think Kyra has the chainmail on her character sheet.
Well, there's one in the stash.
I put that in from. That was I was carrying it and I put it in there because I like the idea of this.
Oh, gotcha.
This is like the sheriff's vault.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how expensive it would be to get a watch going on each end of town, because I feel like it should be pretty cheap. Like, as a kid, like you're paid like $0 to like mow someone's lawn, and so we could like get a couple of the teenagers to just sit around all day, and be a watch.
That's true. If you just need someone to look and not fight, then you can easily hire a group of kids to sit on either end of town and keep a lookout.
We can pitch this to Barnaby as like kids taking responsibility and like learning how to deal with money and like then it's
raising
really,
the next generation.
Yeah, to really like appeal to boomers, to make it seem like a cool thing.
Almost like a summer camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're instilling hard-working values in these youngins.
I like it. You know what the youth today need? They need discipline. They need to know that they're part of something bigger. Yeah, they're all too individualistic. No one's willing to work for the greater good of the rest of the town. This is a fantastic idea. What should we call this summer camp or youth group or practice? What do we call this?
Protection posse.
The protection.
I thought that was us.
Junior?
Or are we just the posse?
We're the posse.
Okay. Canyon Defense Squad.
Defense squad. I love it.
Okay. I think it takes most of the day to go through and like talk with the carpenter and design these gates and find the children and find people who are able-bodied enough to use spears and scimitars and brave enough to be willing to at least defend these gates a little while, give it a good college try. So a day will pass while you guys set these things up. And on the next day, we can head out to Northridge.
Let's do it.
All right. Sounds good. Oh, wait. What is the next day? We need to get my schedule in order to make sure.
The 19th. I was just looking at the calendars.
19th? Wait. The mage visited on the 16th.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you were going to leave. Oh, maybe it should be the 18th then. You only spent one extra day doing this stuff.
Right.
Good call.
Okay. Yeah.
Good call, Pearl. It is the 18th. Okay. Our party sets out. Just the three of you heading to the big town to see what you can find.
Okay, so I think during this journey, I think we want to be like super, super vigilant about like any ghost-like creatures that we might recognize the sound of, and just really look ahead a lot. And yeah, especially during nighttime, we want to be extra careful because I don't think we want to camp like in the city ever again at night.
Yeah, no, like we are going to make sure, like we're going to watch the sun. If it starts getting low, we're getting out no matter what we're doing, getting away from the city at night.
Yeah.
Sensible. Very sensible. Okay, well, your first day journeying towards Northridge is fairly uneventful until you get about 3/4 of your way through the day. The town still isn't appearing on the horizon, but you do see a solitary figure standing near a creek and staring in from above. You are approaching from their side profile. You see them maybe a mile out, and they haven't noticed you yet.
What do they look like other than... a human
At a
figure?
mile distance, it's really hard to make out any good details. There's nothing reflective or shiny or metallic on them. They're kind of looking down into a creek, and you got the side profile. The sun sets behind you, so actually they would be sort of illuminated. They've got some traveling clothes on. They carry a staff. That's about all. Can't even determine gender or species at this distance.
Seems safe to approach. I say we go
it
for it.
seems okay. Yeah.
As long as they're not like super out of the way.
No, they're roughly on the same direction as you are.
Yeah, let's go say
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah.
Well, as you get a little bit closer, maybe within a fifth of a mile, within 1,000 feet or so, you recognize the familiar shape of your druid friend, Trout.
Hell yeah.
Route.
Gosh, it's Trout.
We love to see him.
Hell yeah.
By now, he's looked up from staring down into the river, turned his back to you, and has is looking into a different pond right now. Still totally oblivious to your presence.
I will call out Trout's
Yeah,
name.
start shouting, Trout!
He immediately turns into a fish and jumps in the pond.
God damn it, Trout.
It's a pond, right, though? There's no means of escape.
Yeah, you'll get a little closer and see there's a couple of little streams that enter and exit, but it's mostly one big pond, and there's only one fish in the pond as you arrive. And it's kind of swimming near the shore and looking up.
I'm just gonna casually sit down next to the water and just look at the fish swim around.
You look like a cat waiting to eat a fish in the pond. So it swims very fast away from you, leaving a little trail behind it, going over to a different edge. Keeping
Can I
it
take
I
one
think
of
I
my
found some more food
rations?
in the pond.
Yeah, just like sprinkle the rations, like fish food.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
you
like
can.
be like, no, I'm worried Trout's like afraid of us because he thinks that he abandoned us during the fight, and I'm gonna like try and call out to him, say like, no, Trout, like, hey, don't feel bad that you ran away during this fight.
Tristel, would you give me a persuasion check with your sprinkling of rations to show Trout that it's okay, that you mean to him no harm?
The
That is a very good persuasion check. The little fish comes up,
You're
takes
fishy.
a little nibble, and then transforms into the full-fledged Trout. Ah, my friends! It's been days since I've seen you last. How goes
Indeed,
it?
has. We have survived that fight, as you can see. Thank you so much for your frog help. You really helped us there. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I can't leave good friends behind like that. I didn't know if you were going to survive it, though, so how did you? What were those things?
The Draconians? Or...
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah,
The
the
troglodyte.
Draconians and Troglodytes were capturing us.
Oh, horrid, stinky monsters.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
those
stinky ones are the
troglodytes.
Troglodytes. The non-stinky ones
Ugh.
are the Draconians. Not sure if you bumped
Ones
into
with
those.
Oh, yes. Saw those as well. Ugh. Still couldn't find that source of magic. Have you found it?
Oh, we did encounter a couple other people looking for it, but no new developments yet, unfortunately.
Have you noticed any differences in the magic from here versus where you were before? Any
Nope.
increase in strength or...
Nope. Same thing everywhere I go. I'm presently making my way southward to the Great Swamp, see how far the magic stretches down there. Thought I would stop and inspect this stream. It looked a bit odd. Don't you
What
think
makes
the
it look
stream looks odd?
what about it?
I don't know.
Investigate the
It's
stream.
just... It looks like a regular, or it's just a frickin' stream. It's... right? Like, what's a stream? They're all the same. But he seems very concerned with it. And he like points to some of the gravel down at the bottom and goes, "Doesn't that gravel look weird?" And it doesn't look weird. It's just a weird druid guy talking about the gravel in the stream, probably.
Is this like a fish
His name
thing?
is Trout.
Like fishes pay attention to that kind of
yes.
stuff. And
Ah.
The quality of the stream is very stream-like. I agree, Trout.
Suspicious, one might say. I'm going to stay here and investigate these rocks to figure out if they have something to tell me. Where were the three of you going?
We were heading to town, actually, to Northridge. Have you been to Northridge yet? The ruins to the east?
Oh, I stay away from there.
Yeah, we probably should
Terrible
too.
thing that happened. Terrible thing that happened to that town.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the town before it was sacked?
From a distance. But as you might have gathered, and he points to his sort of shabby dress that, his pants have like giant holes in them. His leg hair is sticking out awkwardly. His gear is kind of ruined and stinky. He's complaining about the troglodytes, but there's definitely like a weird smell coming off of this guy. Half fish, half like, refuse from the wilds. No, townspeople are all a bit much for me. Why are you turning into a fish? You need to take a bath. I bathe every day in the river, and yet they always... No, I tended to stay away from the town. I like the outdoors. Prefer it. For the solitude of the streams and rocks and tall trees.
True fact.
Seems refreshing and fun to swim around in these rivers. I wish I could do the same.
Do you, Pearl? Do you?
I mean, I wish I could. I just can't right now.
Certainly. You know how I learned to swim? Sink or swim. Come on, Kyra. Give me a hand. Let's toss her in.
No.
No. I'm not
I
gonna
don't think
back
that's
off
a good idea.
disrespect, Pearl.
No? Oh, well. Maybe it's best that I keep to myself anyway. My ideas don't always seem to land well with you civilized people.
Well, if you do find anything down south, please do report back to us. We will also tell you if we figured out anything ourselves.
Lovely.
Oh, actually, would you like to talk to... So we ran into a wizard that passed through our town not too long ago. And they seem to be really knowledgeable about magic. They were going to come back in 2 months, I think. So if you want to meet them, then they're going to be in town. In 2 months' time. Just wanted to let you know in case you want to talk to them.
Well, if I'm in the area, I might swing by. 2 months. 2 lunar cycles. We'll check it out. Maybe. I can figure out what's wrong with these rocks. There's something off about them. And he gets closer and squats down and pokes some rocks underwater with his staff. Definitely something wrong with them.
I
Can
pat him on the
I-
back and start
Rock-like.
walking away.
Can I ritual cast detect magic?
Yes. Yes, you can.
And then I want to kind of get down and really inspect the rocks. Is there something weird about them?
Give me an Arcana check while you do this. No, they're just rocks. Just ordinary rocks. There's magic in the area, as you've seen before with detect magic. It pervades everything. The streams are just a little bit less magical than everything else around it, but the hypothesis being the water flows from out of the realm of magic into it, and so it's, less active. But otherwise, he's just a weird dude who's interested in fish rocks.
Love it.
Probably harmless.
Neat.
Yeah.
I'm going to point to one of the rocks. That one is a little bit more red than the other ones, right?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Right? The reddishness is off. There's got to be some source of reddening nearby. But what?
There's not only magic going on, it seems. There's also reddening.
And the water, it tastes metallic. There's something wrong here.
It could be iron. Because we have iron mines nearby.
How did it get in the water?
I don't know.
Mining.
Maybe. But that seems unlikely, he says, staring at the rocks and poking at them again. Trout might be not all there.
Perhaps in his
Might
own
be.
place. He lives in a different version of reality.
Yeah.
Trout, would you like to come with us to Northridge?
Yeah, I don't know that these rocks are going anywhere.
You're right. They're not move. No, that makes sense. Rocks don't move on their own. Why are we going to Northridge?
We're going to the temple in Northridge. We heard that there might be a magical item there. It seems really cool.
See, you're very interested in rocks. We have a potentially magical rock back home, a golem that we unearthed in the ruins of the temple. Does that interest you? It's a rock.
Maybe that's the source of the magic. Yes, I'd happily come along with you. As long as it's safe. Trout doesn't do combat.
You'll be perfectly safe with us.
Splendid.
Actually, well, not during nighttime. Kind of. The city is dangerous during nighttime, but during daytime, I think it's fine. I think it's mostly like rabbits and like other like forest creatures running around town. It's kind of abandoned at this point.
Rabbits can be quite vicious when you're a fish.
Really hard to catch too. Very difficult.
Yes.
They're fish. Your
Springy in
hands.
the legs. I've taken rabbit form before. The leaps are quite enjoyable, but there's a sense of fear as a rabbit that you never quite shake. Can't live that way. Anywho, I'll come back for you, he says, pointing at the rocks. Looks to the three of you. Onward! Take me to our magic items.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Was that on our first day of journeying, or had a day passed?
Yeah, that's
already?
our first
This
one.
is the first day of journeying. All right.
We've collected a trout.
Hell yeah.
The second day of journeying, you will see another figure in the distance. This time when you're almost at town. You can see the town coming up. You're pretty much there. It's been like half a day. It would take maybe another hour to get to town. You know that it's kind of dangerous in town during the night, though, so this is the point where you might want to decide to stop and rest. However, you spot a figure. It looks to be another humanoid with a herd of what appears to be alpaca. Slightly smaller than the llamas of the region. Maybe about 10 alpaca and a human near the town.
Oh, shit, we did go back to pick up the alpacas, right? That
We brought them
behind?
into town, so
We brought them.
yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Because you had left them fairly close to town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
do they
yeah,
seem
this-
dangerous?
They're
or-
safe.
The person with...
Yes.
Wait,
the
is
person.
what dangerous? The person? I don't know. They got
Like holding
alpaca
a
with them,
spear
so...
or like.
You're probably a
They've got-
shepherd.
They do have a walking stick. It could be a spear. At this rate, at the distance you see them, you can't quite tell if it's weaponized or if it's just a stick. Stick is
Yeah,
a good
this-
weapon, though.
This close to town, I'm a little spooked. I think I'm going to want to take the strategy of standing at a distance for a while, wait for them to notice us, and then if they're also spooked of us, then they might run away, and we'll get some information that way.
Sounds good. I guess otherwise we probably want to set up camp so that we can head to town in the the morning.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys
'Cause-
keep your distance to watch them.
We don't have enough
Right.
time to go to town today, right? Or
Oh, it's an hour away, and you're halfway through the day, so you could get to town today and come back to your camp before sundown. Certainly.
Do we want to do that? Or
I'm
do
a
we wanna-
little worried it might be a longer
Yeah.
expedition than we are
I'd
hoping
like
for.
to have time.
Alright, sounds good. Then we have time to stand around and wait for this nerd to notice us.
Certainly, at some point this person does, and when they do finally gaze at you, they quickly move into the middle of the herd and like look from over one of the alpaca's head and watch you from a distance carefully, sort of concerned for about 2 minutes.
I'm gonna give them a very visible wave that looks friendly.
Yeah.
And then
Give me your friendliest wave. What does your friendly wave look like?
I don't know, like excited and like jumping and like very like visually trying to get their attention and like that type of thing.
Cute.
All right.
Like it's a friend over there. Neat.
What is the opposite of an intimidation check? How could we do that?
It would
Like
be
charm?
charisma of some sort, right? Opposite of intimidation. I don't know. Do we just invert the role or something?
I mean, maybe persuasion, like charm,
Persuasion might work.
intimidation, charming.
Yeah.
Oh, or animal handling, because they're also an animal handler, so they can like relate to my vibes that I'm giving off. I have proficiency in animal handling.
How exactly
so-
are you putting out the animal handler vibes?
Yeah.
Is
a
it
very
like
good
trout,
question.
trout quickly transform and like hold the fish? Like, look, me too.
Waving a fish in the air. Okay. All right. So persuasion, or
Yeah, a persuasion check will do, unless you're gonna hold a fish in the air and wave it at them.
I think I'm gonna skip the fish strat for now. So we'll just do the persuasion.
Put that in your pocket.
Yeah, and you look fairly friendly. Not like the friend. There's maybe a little bit of concern. There's someone jumping up and down, and they look like a monster, but the monster looks friendly. And so the person will wave once at you.
Right, I'm gonna start walking slowly towards them.
I guess I'm gonna like walk slowly behind Kyra, and I'm gonna like attempt to not look threatening because I worry that Kyra looks threatening.
I'm gonna follow
Yeah.
behind as well and start playing a very like relaxing song.
Okay.
We mean you no harm.
What is the name of this relaxing song? Just as to get the spirit of it.
The name. I think I'm gonna call this an open field in memory of Thraxis, who could never quite understand why a field full of flowers.
Okay. I can picture the serenity of the situation, the rolling hills, people frolicking, and flowers are lying next to them. Yeah, it's very nice. You can meet up with this person who is an older gentleman, maybe 75 or something like that, leaning heavily on his stick, a little bit tired, definitely human. And standing in this group of 10 alpaca. And Kyra and Tristel are the first ones to approach, with Pearl a little bit behind. And as you arrive, the traveler will excitedly wave at you and goes, hello, travelers, friends, I hope? I mean you no
Yes.
harm, and I have no money.
No, we are not bandits. We are not
We're
here
definitely
to...
friends.
Oh my god, I have seen the most horrible thing.
Oh no.
Have you seen these creatures? Lizard-like humanoids that, with thick scales of brass in color, wearing armor and shields and carrying axes.
Oh yeah, we were
Terrified.
captured by them at one point. We only barely managed to escape.
Pearl, I was gonna say that we ended 4 of them.
Oh. Well, but we didn't though.
There are two
Or no,
sides
we
to
did,
every story.
Actually. Hiking
Well.
draconians. Have you bumped into them on this side of here out
Yeah.
west near Northridge? We've mostly seen
No.
them further to the east.
No, I saw them yesterday, up north in the hills near my village of Coven, which will ring a bell for Tristel. You've come from one of these small fishing villages on the coast, and you traveled through a few others before you got here. Coven is the next small fishing village over to you, maybe I don't know, a day and a half away from your village.
Okay.
You guys occasionally meet with them or trade with them, but the coastline is pretty rocky and difficult to get through, so it takes a few days to get through the hills, or maybe like half a day to get there by boat. So there's not a lot of socializing with these people, but you would know them to be the next village over, and there's maybe one more village between that and I'm sorry, no, I got my map mixed up. They're the next village, the closest village to the plain.
Mm-hmm.
So he says he's from Coven, and these creatures, I was herding my pack on one of the ridges, and I saw them sneaking into town. I tried to warn the people. I yelled, I shouted, I threw rocks, I tried to cause a landslide, and that's when those weird creatures saw me. They came after me, and I fled down here with my herd. One of them got close, but I had managed to cross a pretty good river by then, and they let me go. I have no idea what's happened to my town, and I just wanted to get away. I was going to stay here in the plains for a few days and then head back. But if you've seen them, then maybe this place isn't as safe as I thought. Where did you see these beasts?
Ooh, they were, Okay, can I try and figure out if this person knows about Trog Canyon or not? Like, would they likely know about Trog Canyon?
Most people don't. How would you tease that information out of someone?
I don't think I would try. I would just, like, trying to... So, the answer is no, basically, so...
Probably. Most people don't know about your town.
Yeah, so then I would just say, to the west of here, not being, like, super specific, of, like, in the hills to the west of here, up in the forest, we were ambushed by 4 of them, and that's when we were captured, and I gestured to Tristel, or to Pearl, and we got out alive and ended up getting revenge on all 4 of them. But yes, they are extremely dangerous. I am very worried about your town. Yeah, definitely be careful if you do go back.
Are they still occupying the town? And
I don't know. I left when I saw them arriving. I don't know if they occupied the town, destroyed the town, just walked through. No idea what happened. I left as soon as I saw them.
how long ago was this?
Yesterday.
Oh.
Yesterday morning.
You said there was 4 of them?
But we know their numbers are much larger. That makes me worried. Coven is quite close to my town, Fairport, and knowing that they have greater numbers, I don't see why they would stop at just one town.
Disturbing indeed.
Are you
But-
are you seeking any shelter?
Oh, I'm just looking for a place to lay low before I can go home, see what's happened. I was gonna give them a few days to do whatever it is that they do before I return.
I glare at Pearl and, like, try to indicate, do not tell this person about Trog Canyon.
I glare at Kyra, making my eyes very big, like wanting to tell them about Trog Canyon.
What
No.
what look do you give to signal? Don't tell them about, like, what is the visual expression?
So, I could sense that Pearl was, like, probably going to do that, and right on that moment, I'm gonna, like, glare at Pearl and, like, shake my head.
Okay.
And, like, I feel like that, like, needing shelter, like, the other person might understand that as, like, me not wanting to share our camp that we set up or something, but, yeah.
Pearl, do you understand this glare, this look?
I guess. Yeah, I think so. Maybe I need to roll a charisma check or a... What's that,
Roll
insight?
if you want. Make it spicy.
Yeah. So maybe Kyra give me a persuasion check and Pearl give me an insight check. And Tristel, you can roll an insight check too to see if you wanted to pick up on this sign, but I don't think you were about to say anything, so... Wow, that's sick.
Oh my
go.
goodness.
Fantastic.
Do I use Tides of
Seriously.
Chaos for this roll? Or oh wait, Ashley disappeared.
Oh
Hold on.
no.
Okay, and am I back?
I hear
audio,
you.
yes, but not webcam.
Right. So Thor just stepped on my power button on my laptop. So
Oh. Did it
Wonderful.
like partially
no.
shut everything down?
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
and on the stream,
know-
I'm like,
Oh, you're
Am I
in
still
between.
You can
connected to the
hide
Zoom?
behind the stats.
Well, you know what? It's time for our first break anyway. It's been about an
Yes.
hour, so why don't we take a break, solve our tech problems, and come back on the other side of it with a little bit more Embers of the Wild.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining, everyone. I mean, I'm gonna stick around to talk to chat and whatnot. But yeah, see you all in a bit. There we go. Oh, we're back. We're no longer on break. There we go. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
Neil, here's here's a cursed idea. Do you think we should have some sort of like donation incentives of like people can affect the game in some way, shape, or form with certain donation amounts?
I have done that before.
I heard rumors that you did and that it went south quickly.
It gets out of hand very fast. And if you're doing like just a one shot with no future implications, it's totally fine and super fun to do. But when it's like a campaign world that you intend to continue living in, it gets pretty out of hand.
We could
And
limit what the options are. Like, I don't know, and put
certain
the bar
donation
really
level, a wild surge, something crazy happened.
Well,
Wild surge table.
But then you get
Not
that
that
one
one.
person who's like, "This is great. I'm going to give you $3,000. Roll all the wild surges," and then she like kills the party. I mean, you get $3,000 for a good cause,
Yeah.
At
but
least
then it's just like
for a good
At
cause.
what cost?
exactly.
The cost doubles for every time people donate for it. There we go. And then or like so stuff like retroactively get advantage on a roll or something. Like I don't know. But yeah, maybe it would spiral out of control, especially if people can control my surges. That would be bad, actually. I'm against this idea now. We shouldn't do this anymore. Anyway, all right. I'm ready to continue.
Is there cat scolding going on?
There's kids outside. I don't know why kids scream so much, but they're screaming and running around. Just pointless
kids.
screaming.
Yeah.
Zest for life. It's like cats running around at 2 a.m. just cause.
Just cause, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like these kids. They're very loud.
All right. Where last we left our party, you had just spoken with this yet to be named alpaca farmer.
Yep.
Farmer. Herder. Alpaca herder. Sorry. You don't farm alpaca.
I mean, you could probably.
I suppose. I don't know if farm is still the right verb there, but you verb the alpacas. This is an alpaca verber that we have here. And you were specifically not inviting them to share your camp or your tent or your canyon.
Oh wait, Ashley, you're not audible right now. I think.
Rip me talking.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
We can hear you now.
So like, I find it difficult to like be able to indicate that they can't come back to Trog Canyon, but they could share our camp.
Oh
Like,
wait,
I don't know how to communicate that.
I never did my counter roll against
Oh yeah,
against your persuasion. I mean,
you have the plus two.
I don't know if I'm gonna succeed on this, but it's possible, right?
Insight, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an insight roll. It's hard when she rolls a 20. It's really hard for you to fail that.
Wait, would it fail? Or it's hard for Khyperia to fail that, right?
Yeah. So you would normally need like a 10 to understand what she's to understand the message that she's trying to send you, but with such a good roll, I think you only need like a 5 to understand.
Oh, to
Khyra
like
glare,
understand
like-
that. Okay, right.
Yeah,
I thought it
so-
was like if I roll high, I'm gonna override that, like her roll, so that I like.
You can. This is a roll to decide if you can like take the weird look that she give you and understand and process it.
Right,
You're
okay,
still free to
right.
ignore it if you want.
So if I
But
roll
why
in
would
that
you?
one, that's when it gets spicy. But otherwise, it's fine.
That's. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Hey, this is fine.
Okay.
That's good enough. You understand that Khyra is giving you the "don't you dare tell him about our town. We've worked so hard to keep it safe" look.
Yeah. I mean, I respect Khyra a lot, so I'm totally gonna listen to her. So.
I disagree with this. I think that we should protect this person because they're from a town that is of significance to my town, also proximity to my town, and also there's someone who needs help. And Trout here knows where we live, so I'm actually going to point to Khyra and cast a message cantrip to just directly, like, we don't have to play this like gesture game. We'll just talk it out. And so I'm just gonna tell her, I think this person needs our help. At this point, many people already know where Trog Canyon is, and clearly we're not safe from danger. This old man and his alpacas, he doesn't pose any threat to us.
He does pose a threat. Can I talk back?
Yes.
He does pose a threat because if he goes back to his ransacked town, and the troglodytes are still there, they will interrogate him, figure out where this town is, figure out that we killed Braxis and Thraxis and the other two, and want to get revenge on us. That's spooky.
Don't the
Very
Draconians already know where we are?
I don't think so.
If they really wanted to...
I think Braxis discovered us on his own and didn't have time to report back to his bigger posse. So I think the Draconian camp just knows that Braxis went missing.
I'm just gonna like ask you two. Are you two okay? What's happening? You're just staring at each other.
We're having a conversation, Pearl.
Oh.
I think the rocks got to them, says Trout. I told you we shouldn't have left them behind.
Yeah, this is very weird.
Let him stay in our camp at the very least. We can discuss this later.
Okay, fine.
Hello.
End mind combo.
Tristel, can you hear me? Says Trout, waving his hands in front of your face.
I'm actually gonna look around. There's a voice coming from somewhere. Who is that? And then just look eye to eye to Trout like, yes.
Oh, sorry, you looked weird for a moment, as if you were being lost or drawn into another plane of existence. I feared for your life. Thought those rocks had gotten to you finally.
Are you? Wave in front of him.
I'm here. I'm certainly here. Trout turns to the alpaca herder. I am a wanderer, a traveler of sorts. These are my traveling companions. What is your name? Fine fellow from the north. Just a terrible idea to know your name. And the traveler says, my name is Bartico. Bartico the alpaca herder. At your service. Last of my family.
Nice to meet you, Bartico.
It's a pleasure. Your alpacas look quite nice.
Why, thank you. They have the finest fur for 50 miles. I know it's not the greatest of praises, but it's at least it's true. Anywho.
So we were
you
going to set up
said
camp
you've seen these-
for the night before we're going to head into Northridge tomorrow morning. Do you want to make camp with us, or where are you headed?
Thank you. No, safety in numbers is a very useful thing. I am just waiting waiting for a few days before I head home. Nowhere in particular, although I was going to avoid the town.
That is a good idea. You should
Most
not follow us
definitely.
into this town. It is a dangerous town.
I heard the dead don't stay dead there.
Indeed.
Yeah, we almost joined them a few months ago. It was scary.
Terrifying. Well, splendid. Thank you for sharing your camp with me. I have just a little in the way of food. I could offer it to you.
We brought our
we have
own. It's
plenty
okay.
food. Yeah.
And he'll make camp with you guys. Did you want to head into town at all today, or are you just going to chill at camp?
We're
Definitely.
gonna check him. We want
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
Well, yes.
Pearl, does this person have enough food for like a couple days and make it back to his town?
It
like-
looks like he's got about 3 days worth of food, and if his town is, a day and a half, 2 days away, he's probably got enough food, or just on the edge of it.
Right, I was just thinking if Pearl, like, we have the time, if you want to try go hunting, get some fresh food for him, and also fresh food for us.
Yeah. I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got like an hour or something before we, or a few. No, it was like midday, so we got a lot of time actually. Yeah, I could go out hunting and for a few hours and then see what I come up with.
Okay. Off to hunt for Pearl. The other two of you are hanging out with Trout and Bartico. And Bartico's going to just make some casual conversation, as you normally do with people when you're associating with them, meeting them for the first time. But very quickly, the question of where do you guys come from, or what is your home, arises. What are you guys going to say when he explicitly asks where you guys are from?
I am going to say that we are wanderers and travelers. We are, so I'm going to say that we're magic casters, or like, at least Tristel and Pearl are magic casters, and we've detected a strange aura of magic, and we're trying to investigate the region and figure out its source. And so, we're traveling throughout the region, trying to detect where this magic is coming from. So, we are from a town far south.
Well, I know nothing about magic. None of our people are spellcasters. We don't even have a cleric. But it's good to know that I'm in safe hands. You seem like a good witch, he says, looking at Tristel.
I'm gonna take the most literal meaning of his question, like where are you from, and tell him, well, I'm actually from Fairport as well, so I'm familiar with your town. Indeed. Grew up there with my mother. Lively port city. I miss it quite a bit, but as my friend here said, we are travelers. We call many places home now.
Splendid. I've never had the pleasure of being able to visit Fairport, but I have heard a fair bit about it. Really?
Oh,
Joe kills.
I understand.
Joe kills back home. All right. That's the major point here. Is there anything that you guys want to get out of him? Is there any questions you have for Bartico, or anything you want to like suss out or sneakily inform him of?
The colors of the scales of the Draconians. Try and figure out what types they are.
Oh, sort of like a burnished bronze or golden color, something like that. I only saw them from a distance. It was hard to tell.
And all four of them were the same?
They come in different colors? Does the color
Unfortunately,
matter? What does it mean?
I think I'm gonna tell him about what is my notes? The Baz Draconians are, did they have any special abilities? I don't think so. They turn to stone when they die and crumble into the wind. And the Capac ones are poisonous, and like anything that they lick will become incredibly dangerous poison. And they explode into a cloud of poison when they die.
Sounds horrifying. My God.
Indeed.
And they're actually made from dragons.
Now
Dragon
you're just pulling
eggs.
my tail.
No, it's true, apparently. Take a single dragon egg and you can have, I forget, hundreds of draconians?
You don't happen to have any dragon eggs, do you?
I don't think so.
Ooh.
Not on me at the moment.
How many of these creatures are there?
Hundreds. It is terrifying to think about.
This is not the news I was hoping to hear. I thought that maybe they were just strange monsters who had wandered in and they would wander back out. Is this an army? Is it an occupying force? Is there another war coming?
Hope not. Thankfully their main contingent seems to be fairly far away, so hopefully this is just a scouting party that will pass through.
I am concerned about your town. How many are in Coven these days?
400 souls.
And without a cleric?
Without a cleric. Yes.
I make eyes towards Kyra like, this poor old man. Like, I'm not gonna No, okay, I'll point at her and just whisper, it's a cantrip.
No,
See, this
I'm
man
very
needs
sorry.
our help.
I don't know how to say this without magical telepathy, so I guess I'll not say it. But yeah.
But you can respond, like, through a message, I think, without magic.
Wait, are you messaging again?
Yeah. No,
right, okay.
I was gonna gesture, but I'm like, boop. It's like sending you a text.
Yeah, so if we do want to help out this town, then we can take Annabelle separately without telling this person and just go visit the town ourselves.
So where will we put him in the meantime? We're just gonna send him back to a destroyed city with no cleric?
I mean, as long as the town isn't actually destroyed. I don't imagine the Draconians are going to stay around for multiple days. They have things to do. So I think he's going to be safe when he gets back.
I concede for the moment.
I am very worried about Trog Canyon. I'm wanting to keep it as secret as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Pearl, you said you wanted to go hunt something, get something to eat for the party?
Did I catch anything?
Well, with
During
what
the-
are you hunting?
You know what? I'm gonna use my bow this time.
Lovely.
Because last time did not
Just
go well,
like-
in fact. Yep.
So I think I want you to make me a survival check.
Ooh, I'm not very good at that.
Yeah.
You are a hunter, Pearl. You cannot hunt.
I'm such a bad
Wow.
hunter.
Ow!
A natural 1.
Did I like shoot
You know-
myself in the foot or something? Or
No. It's even better.
oh,
You find a small patch of catnip.
oh. Do I know what that is? Or
You do now. It's the most
Oh,
amazing thing you've ever
no.
found in your entire life. What is this smell? Oh my God. What is this plant?
is it just on the ground growing, and I just happen to like stumble upon it? Or
You stumble across some wild catnip for the first time in your life.
my
I mean,
God.
I guess I'm gonna like start like collapsing and feeling great actually, and just roll around on the ground, and
Oh my God.
kind of have no idea what's happening around me. I guess
Great survival check.
I don't know
yeah.
for how long it lasts, but
Probably not more than an hour. I think usually, at least that on my small house cat, an hour seems to be about the,
Oh my
the whole
God.
trip duration.
All of a sudden, Trout's making a lot more sense. Like, this is weird, huh?
but yeah, I guess after after an hour, I guess I'll slowly wake up and just feel weird and confused, but intrigued by this magical plant. Because to me, this is magic. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, what else would do this to me? So I'm gonna bring some with me and kind of just put it in my backpack.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna, how much time do I have left to hunt? Or
by the time you really feel close to yourself again, the sun is beginning to set, and you realize that you gotta get back.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna head back. Oh, jeez.
Jeez, Rick. Jeez.
So I guess I'm gonna head back to camp with like dilated pupils and just look kind of out of it in general. Just kind of slowly wandering to camp, seeing what everyone's up to.
Mm-hmm. You make it back to camp. The others have been expecting you. Trout and Bartico look up, curious to see what you brought back, and see you hauling nothing.
Oh, so I tried to find. I saw some rabbits at one point, I think. It was really hard, actually. But you know what I did find? I actually found some magical things. Hold on, and I'll like pull off my backpack and like pull out these like catnip plants. Like, Tristal, you can detect magic, right? These are wonderful. I don't know what they do, but I just kind of passed out for a while and felt great. I don't know what to make of it, but I found these. I don't know if we can eat them or, but
I will detect magic on this grass. Do I recognize it? Do I know what catnip is?
Probably not. I think for you, it's probably just a random plant in the area.
Plant?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I look at it and I'm like, Pearl, have you and Trout been talking?
Wait, I thought Trout was here all this time. I didn't meet Trout when I was out. Or maybe... I don't know, actually. I've been kind of out of it. I'm feeling really weird, but I don't think I met Trout.
I want to hold the grass towards Trout and be like, Trout, does this look weird to you?
You can see Trout's eyes go really wide. His pupils get like small and then they get huge, and he will shapeshift into a small house cat and throw himself at it and more or less repeat what Pearl did.
Oh my god.
But now with you guys as witnesses to his
my
rolling
God.
around. and
It's
scratching at it.
magic. I don't know why you can't see magic on this, but look at him. It's really, it just makes you feel really happy. I've never encountered something like this before.
What is the etiquette with, like, interacting with a druid while they're in animal form?
You are going to be making it up because it is a brand new thing for you.
I see, like, Trout freaking out, and it's really cute because it's a house cat, and I want to, like, try and, like, touch him.
I roll over onto his back and, like, stretch out his belly towards you as you do that.
Well,
And then immediately try to attack your hand. Row!
yeah, I figured that part would happen.
See, that happened to me too. It's really weird. But why does
I'm not sure what the plant is.
Okay.
But I have seen a sailor or two act this way after one too many cups of mead, so I have to say it's an intoxicant.
Oh.
It's okay, Pearl. It's not magic. It's just...
It's just like what?
It has properties.
Yeah. It very much does.
Intoxicating properties. You'll be fine. Just lay easy on it.
Okay, I'll try. What's the... Does something bad happen if you have too much of it, or...
Everything in moderation, my dear.
Okay.
At least I think so. He sounds very weird.
I'm gonna put it back in my backpack and stow it away.
Do I have anything?
You
No.
know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of the catnip, and I have like armor glove hand. I'm gonna play with Trout, with like a little bit of catnip.
Yeah, he goes nuts for it. Scratches at you, tries to get at the nip, does all the things. Rolls on his back, sort of passes out in a daze, and then immediately gets up and like hops on one of the alpacas and climbs up on one of its heads and looks around and then like tries to lay down on the head, which results in him just like falling off the neck and onto the back. It's just, he's a mess.
Oh my goodness.
Bartico is very concerned that this strange old man just became a cat and started playing with his alpaca. He doesn't really know what to do. So he's just sitting there awkwardly watching this transaction.
It's an incredibly strange situation for a stranger to be.
It's super weird.
I'm gonna tell him like I said, we're magic users. This is normal. This is fine. There's no harm to your alpacas. We're just having fun.
At this point, I'm like curled up onto my bedroll and just staring into the sky and thinking about philosophy and life and whatnot. Deep thoughts.
Wow. That's so profound, man.
Really profound. These stars.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
As you guys make your camp for the night and everyone rests, Bartico at some point will come on over to Tristel and ask to hear about your home, about Fairport. He's heard of it before, but he's never had the chance to be there, and he wants to know what it's like from your perspective. So tell us a little bit about your home.
Oh, Fairport. I spend most of my life there. Lovely breezes, lovely people. Lots of travelers. Being a port city and all, we had lots of merchants, lots of sailors. The sailors. Awful lot, those. For the most part, though, a pretty easygoing city. It's what breaks my heart to hear about Coven. We traded with your lot quite often. We're a fair bit bigger as far as the towns go, but overall just very easygoing. Our economy is good. Again, the trade. Lots of lovely food, lovely fish. Seafood. Do you like seafood?
Oh, I love it. Absolutely. It's fantastic.
It's definitely plentiful in Fairport. I left to find something different. Oh, yes.
Is that why you left?
Yes, well, again, those terrible sailors. Got mixed up with them 1 or 2 times. No crazy adventures like we've been on thus far, but I just needed to find something different. You know, staring out at the ocean there. It's so beautiful, but it really does make you wonder what else is out there. And I think that's what motivated me.
I've never lived in a place that had visitors or travelers. Well, not since before the war, at least. Is it safe? Or is there lots of crime or danger or raiders in your town?
Not as common, no. Our position as an important spot of lots of trade, lots of people coming and going. We have ample security. I think anyone who would dare try to step out of line would quickly see themselves in a cell.
I see. So you've got a good sheriff or marshal or whoever it is that runs the town security? It's nice to hear. Is there perhaps room in your town for my people? Not that I can say for certain that they would need to move, but if these monsters are as terrifying as you say, might be in our people's best interest to find a new safe haven.
Well, I've been away from Fairport for some time, traveling with this lot.
I didn't mean to invite my entire village into your town. I'm just trying to see to the future. I don't have any children, so I think of the towns and all of them sort of as my children, you know, trying to do right by them so at least they'll remember me. Someone will remember me when I'm gone.
I understand. You seem to care for them quite a bit.
It pains me to have fled when I saw them in danger. I don't know if I'll be able to forgive myself for it. What could I do? Look at me. I'm well past my prime. I've got a good walking stick, and my alpacas can be somewhat fierce, but against armed lizard folk, what was I going to do?
Yeah, it was the right thing to do.
So when are you planning to head back to your town?
I was going to head back tomorrow or the day after once I ran out of food. See if everything was good by then.
Maybe you should head to Fairport instead and see if maybe they can help resolve the situation somehow. If there's anyone there that might, help out in some way. I don't know if we can help out,
True.
but, or maybe? And then I'll look over sort of to Kyra as the authority.
No, we're wanderers. We have no. Our town is like weak. So the town that I'm pretending is the town that we're from is the one that the merchants were sailing south to. Is that like a 2-week journey away or something like that?
By ship, it's many weeks. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that like our town is far too far away for your town to get any help from, unfortunately.
But maybe we could
Hopefully
help
we
out in
don't-
getting you to Fairport safely.
Airport, definitely. If there's no spot with our lot, saying loudly, emphasizing towards Kara, then it only makes sense that we could help you make the journey to Fairport and find safety there. With your alpacas, you as you said, they have the finest fur around. Wool. What is it? What is an alpaca? I think that you could definitely find a place, in the local economy. There's no reason why you can't thrive there.
Well then, when I make it home, if there's any people left, I'll bring it up to the others. Thank you for your hospitality now and potentially in the future. If there's anything I can ever do to repay your kindness, do not hesitate to ask.
Yep.
The rest of the night passes peacefully. You guys take your watches, no monsters are seen anywhere, and the next day it's ready to head into town. Bartico doesn't want to go into town, so he's going to wander around and graze his alpacas. You might see him later, maybe not. So he says farewells now in case you guys don't meet up again. And you guys can head into the town.
And we don't
Daytime.
see anything. Like, we're not going to, bump into 50 zombies or something. Because we want to, be very vigilant and, keep watch and look ahead a lot. And
We didn't see anything last time, so.
yeah.
So from the outside, you don't see anything. Once you're within the ruins of the town, you very well... there could be 50 zombies, and you wouldn't notice until you walked around the corner, and then there they were. But you didn't see anything last time you were here.
Probably means it's safe.
Probably.
There's nothing here. There's nothing last time, nothing this time. That's how that works, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's just how it works.
Okay.
So, the party heads into town. As
Right.
before, it is ruined, abandoned, overgrown. All the buildings have been charred, burned, or knocked down. There are a few small structures that still rise. There's that tower that you slept in that is half collapsed but still standing. You can see that. You talked with Pearl's mother, who gave you rough directions to where a temple is, so that you should be able to find that. I'm still going to ask, you all heard the same instructions, So I'm going to ask all of you to make a check, and if one of you passes it, you guys can find the place without any problem. We're going to be looking for an investigation check from everyone in the party. DC 10 to find the temple today. 9, 17, 15. Yes. Okay, no problem. You guys can easily find the ruined temple down by this old, now destroyed bridge. The signs of the temple are mostly gone. It's only the relative description to other objects and terrain features that allows you to really know what this is. And it's badly destroyed. You can see that there's probably still some level of structure remaining within, but the whole thing has come tumbling down. Rocks, bricks, everything's just like collapsed in place. How would you like to explore this ruined, semi-buried, historical point of interest?
I think first we would want to detect magic. See if we like get any faint
Yes.
signals of anything anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Excellent.
first, I'm going to, since I want to be like on a clock because like I'm worried about time, so I want to take a walk around the building, see if there's any entrances, and then once we detect magic, and if we don't detect anything, then we can immediately walk into the building and continue detecting magic inside of the building.
Excellent. So give me a perception check as you scout the whole thing, as you walk around it to get an idea of what the place looks like.
Ooh,
You are killing
go.
it. All right.
neat.
You'd give it a once over, and very quickly you can see that there is an old cellar entrance that goes down into the ground that has been sort of covered with looks like maybe branches from a nearby tree that have collapsed over it. But underneath these branches, when you move them aside, is a brick wall, but not like a brick wall that's been mortared up. This looks like fallen bricks from the stones from the temple that have then been placed at the bottom of this cellar to make a wall, but like no one grouted them together. It's almost like it was done in a quickened makeshift way. Like someone walled this up but didn't have the time or the resources, the materials to like turn it into a fully functional grouted and cemented wall. And it catches your eye as extremely unusual.
That is terrifying. Because it could be keeping something inside, as much as it could be keeping something outside.
We would probably want to detect magic on that
Yeah.
as well to see
Yeah.
if they're like magical bricks at the very least.
It could also be full
Sure.
of wine.
That's true. Detect magic is blocked by a foot of stone or an inch of metal or a thin sheet of lead or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So if there's any thickness to this wall at all, unless it's just like one thickness of brick, your detect magic probably won't go through, but you could at least detect magic on the bricks themselves.
And just see if anything's emanating from this building or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entry.
Ooh, I have
Oh.
good smell and hearing, right? Do
Yeah.
I smell anything or hear anything like strange? Like while we're by this brick wall.
Let me make some dice rolls.
Do a big listen.
These are decoy dice rolls. It's just a hallway. That's my guess.
Yeah. It's fine. There's nothing odd smelling about this area.
Neat.
Nothing more about this than the rest of the town.
I don't know.
This is a very strange brick wall. Is it like, are all the bricks loose? Is it just kind of like loosely piled on top of each other?
No, they're well stacked, as if someone intended to build a wall but just didn't have any grout to put in
Right.
it or cement to put in it.
But like theoretically, it looks like we could tip the wall or like pull bricks out or.
Detect magic, right? You detect magic, that same light magic that pervades the entire area. Nothing specific about this wall at all. Looks very mundane. However, in the process of getting close enough and like moving some of these tree branches to really get a good look at this wall, you'll notice that there is a section near the bottom that has already been opened and some bricks have been removed, and there's like a small crawl space. Like small enough that one person could fit through at a time.
Oh.
I don't know.
Here's my thoughts. Is that if this wall was made to keep something in, and it is not enormous, but rather human-sized, it can already get out. And so I
Yeah.
don't think there's a downside to just tearing down this wall, other than like noise and alerting something.
Maybe that's what we
Maybe.
should do. Maybe we should ask if someone's there. Like shout
What I-
to the other side of the wall.
Well,
I'm scared of noise.
Oh.
I'm hesitant of that. I could crawl in invisible and then let you all know if it's safe on the other side.
And you have dark vision, so yeah,
Yes.
that sounds great.
Neat.
I did not account for this.
Didn't you go on a rant a while back about how invisibility is just broken?
I mean, I rant about
Super
a lot of things.
powerful.
I don't believe in all of them, but
I'm
yes, invisibility
sneaky.
is strong.
I'm sneaky.
You are so sneaky. Let's see.
Well, you still make a sound, though, at the very least. So you're not like
Oh yeah,
completely.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also very nimble, very quick, very acrobatic, so I can do a cartwheel away if something tries to hit me.
Let me look something up for a moment.
Oh, jeez.
It's not a big deal. Don't worry about
It's
it.
fine. We're fine.
It's fine. Ominous music plays. Hmm.
While I browse through this ordinary book, what is the conversation around this cellar under this old abandoned church?
Yeah, I'm talking about my worries about like making sure everyone keeps quiet to make sure we don't alert anything, keeping vigilant, to looking around, making sure nothing's sneaking up on us. I think I'm pretty spooked. I'm pretty nervous.
Yeah, same. It's weird going into a cellar, especially because we've had like bad experiences being indoors in this town before. So, and this just looks
I think
really
that's
creepy.
the thing.
This town is cursed. I feel like.
Everything's a haunted house here.
Yeah, but I think I'm still curious. Like, I'm still gonna try to like peek into the hole, see if I see anything from outside, though at a distance, so that nobody grabs my face if I try to look into it.
Okay. So Tristel, invisibly, you go down the cellar
in.
steps, crawl in through this tiny little hole, and you can see just beyond this hole is a door that is opened. It looks like there's a set of like double doors made out of brass or bronze or copper, some sort of like large metallic doors at the base of this cellar entrance, and one of them has been swung open right in front of this little hidey hole cubby thing. When you crawl in, you can see that this is not a cellar. This is the entrance to a catacomb.
Oh.
And right before you are 3 long dead bodies. It looks like the corpses of people who have probably recently crawled in. One of them, the feet are still sort of in this crawly hole. The stone is actually maybe like 3 feet thick. It's like a heavy wall of bricks that have been put in here. And someone took the time to yoink them out and then crawled in, and 2 of them died, and 1 of them didn't even make it all the way in. You can also see what appears to be a very similar golem to the one that you have in town, that you discovered behind the church wall, but this one is in terrible shape. This one has clearly been in combat sometime in the past and is not looking too hot anymore. Beyond this, however, is a table with like a box on it and a couple of other things sitting around it, and what appears to be 6 corpses, 3 on either side of the table, pitched forward, face down, long dead.
Oh no, they died at the table? Oh, this is also scary. Okay, how large is like the space I just crawled through? Like how depth-wise? Is it just like a layer of stone?
No, it's what is this? 3 feet, maybe 3 feet of stone.
Damn it. Okay. I don't want to make any noise. I was gonna try and use message. It only goes through 1 foot of stone, though.
You could use message. It goes around walls, actually. I'm pretty sure. But it would break concentration, so your invisibility would break.
That's true.
I think,
That's
right?
true.
Maybe cantrips don't?
It doesn't say that, actually, yeah.
It's not a concentration spell, so it won't break your invisibility concentration, I don't think.
It says only 1 foot of stone, though. Oh, can freely travel around corners or through openings. Through openings, we have an opening. Yeah. So I'm gonna...
Invisibility does end. The spell ends if the target attacks or casts a spell. So casting message would break invisibility. Yeah.
I'm gonna just shimmy back out then. I don't want to be in here.
Sure. You can shimmy back out, crawl back up the stairs to find Trout and your 2 other companions awaiting your return, although they cannot see you come back up the stairs.
Okay. You guys, I'm here.
Oh, well, what'd you find?
Okay.
Lots of dead bodies. There's a lot of dead bodies in there. That's not a cellar, it's a catacomb, and I'm not so sure that all the bodies in there were put there to be laid to rest. It seems like some adventure. I don't know who. It seems like some people have gone in there, and they're
to
just
seek shelter,
dead.
or what happened to them?
It's hard to say. Oh, and oh my god, I don't know how I forgot this detail. There's a golem that looks similar to ours. I feel like this might... we might find some answers in the catacombs, but I really don't want to go back there.
Well, we have to come back with something for our town, don't we? And we're trying to find answers. And if the bodies are, I mean, if they're dead, then, I mean, there's not much we can do for them, right? So...
If you saw a golem, did you see a box anywhere that was similar to the box of our golem?
You know, I did see a box. It was on the table, surrounded by dead bodies in chairs.
Did it have any, like, something like a rod of comfort sticking out of it? Any control? Did it have runes in it? Could you see that?
I left preemptively before investigating that.
I feel like we have to look at this though, right?
Okay, I can go back in and take a closer look.
Yeah, if there is...
If you scream, please come after me. Or if you hear a scream.
If there is stuff in the box, potentially activating it, see if one of them is the disc that we're looking for, and if the golem doesn't wake up, maybe nick it. That'll be fine, right?
Nick it?
Yoink
Steal it.
Grab it.
Okay.
It's fine, it'll be fine.
So you're telling Tristel to go deep into the catacombs behind a golem and just steal this box by herself?
If you want our help, we can come in, but you're invisible, which might be the thing that's not activating the golem. But I don't know. If you have a better plan,
give it a shot.
You feel confident about this, Tristel?
I do not feel confident about this. I'm very not confident.
Let's do it.
Tristel
We
looks
need
very
some more
scared, so I'm
information
not
at
sure.
least. Like, if you find more information that's useful, then come back out. We have time.
We could all go in on all together. You don't have to do this alone, Tristel.
Let's first do a little more
Well,
investigation, I think.
Okay,
I
maybe
think
just
that
a
may be
peek,
best.
and-
I think that may be best. I'll quickly inspect the box and come right out in a jiffy, and then we can figure out what to do.
All right.
Just be very ready to run in case something goes bad.
Yes.
Okay. Tristel, you head down the stairs into the catacombs again. You're invisible. So the only thing that you might be detected by is the sounds that you make. So, as an overall check of how quiet you can be, give me a stealth check. And this won't apply immediately. This will be, overall. So if you fail, it's not that you fail at the very beginning. It might be that you fail once you get past the golem, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, well, we're first investigating the box, and then she's coming back out to see if it actually is the control box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
It's a really good stealth check. You are sneaky. You can crawl in. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. Nothing. I was seeing if Invis gave me any modifier, but it's just.
Okay. You can crawl on in through this area, pick yourself up very slowly and carefully inside. Using your half-elven dark vision, you can scout out this area. Enough light trickles in that it's not too difficult. The golem is very near to those dead corpses. It certainly looks like the golem is responsible for the deaths of these 3 bodies in here. When you get past the golem, another 15 feet in, 20 feet in, something like that, there's this table. And on the table, there's not actually one, but 2 boxes, one behind the other. The first is a rather large, is an average-sized chest. The one behind it looks very similar to the box that you found in the temple. But instead of having 2 slots in it, a thin one and a cylindrical one, there is only a cylindrical slot here.
Is there anything inside of it, or is it empty?
The second box does not seem to be opening. The first box, however, is unlocked, if you would like to open it.
Like anything in that cylindrical slot.
Oh, no, the cylindrical slot is empty.
Okay.
Sorry, my mistake.
I'm worried that it's not even here.
Do I see is any like magical properties? Of detect magic, so what's the vibe?
If you cast detect magic, it would break your invisibility.
I cast it outside.
What's the duration on it?
Oh, damn it.
We might be out of the duration.
10 minutes.
Oh!
The first
10
visit
minutes?
should have had detect magic going then,
Yeah.
at the very least.
Yeah, I think with 10 minutes on the duration of detect magic, you would actually still have that going right now.
Hell.
So the second box contains magic and seems to have some magic on the outside, and the first box contains a few magic things within it.
Okay, what type of magic's on the second box? Oh, and in the first box.
The first box has...
Compare that to the golem box that we have, because I forgot.
Yeah, is in enchanted and conjuration, I think.
The... let me just actually hold on. Hold on. No. The first box has some necromantic auras coming from within it. The second one seems to match the how do we say? It has conjuration and abjuration magic on
Abjuration.
it. Mm-hmm.
How's that golem looking?
Inactive, completely still, possibly entirely broken and non-functioning.
What about the bodies around the table?
Well, there are 6 of them. They are all dressed as acolytes, not full-fledged clerics, but like priestly or nunly type people. Without disturbing them, it looks like a just sort of a smattering of random folks. Looks like actually 4 old men, 1 middle-aged woman, and 1 middle-aged man.
Is there any magical auras of note around them?
There's not. But one of them has their hand pressed on top of a piece of paper. Your dark vision isn't good enough to read the paper in this lighting, but enough to like see the edges of it.
And I just like see out from corpse hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can gently take it out. You'll have to walk outside to be able to read it.
Let me see what else is in here. Is there anything I can like pick up and throw, like rocks? I mean, I just want to throw something towards the golem.
Mm-hmm.
Not when you're behind it. The golem is between you and the entrance. So.
I'm just like, okay, to the side. Like I have to go back to the entrance to like get to it. So like go out there and like for a distance.
Sorry for butting in.
No, you're good.
You toss your rock. Nothing happens. The golem seems inactive and dead.
Everything's fine. This seems great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, should I open that chest by myself?
Okay, here's my thought. I'm worried that if one of us makes noise, or even just walks there visibly, then the golem is going to wake up. Pearl, I think we said that your, shit, what's it called? Kitty Zoomies were you running on all fours, correct? Mm-hmm. Is the gap in the wall, like, can you zoomies under that if you're on all fours?
Probably. Maybe some more peaceful music will put you guys at, in a more restful mood or a more accepting mood for this completely inactive golem and non-undead in the catacombs.
It's just a haunted church music.
Well, we've inspected it. The vibes have shifted.
Mm-hmm.
I think I will before leaving. I think throwing at the golem, I'm like, okay, that boy seems to be where he's at. I have this paper. I'm gonna try opening this chest. The second one.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Oh.
So you want to open it?
Yeah!
By yourself?
I mean, there's nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna do that, then we actually do need this.
Oh, no.
So you go back in by yourself. You go back in by yourself.
Oh yeah, the note. Did we read it?
Oh, the note. Right. Sorry. The note.
Yeah, because I stepped out, so there's light. Yeah.
Right. It says, "We have been buried alive. Gates are shut and barred. We will eventually die. Those who find these words know the name of Scleros. We surrendered. They sacked our homes anyway. He set fire to the city. We hid in the tombs, and the rubble sealed us in. We heard noise outside and called for help. At first, we thought they were survivors coming to unbury us. But as soon as the rubble was cleared, they began to set stones against our doors. Scleros is a tyrant, a butcher, a merciless man of great cruelty. Curse his name, beware his flag. And there's a little doodle of his flag.
Oh.
We have gathered what valuables we have here at the entrance, so there is no need to disturb the dead. May the gods have mercy on our souls.
That sounds pretty good.
So that room, does it have hallways and stuff that go off?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's where all the dead bodies are.
But then that means they're deeper in the catacombs, right? So we just need to take some the magical items and then leave, and then we're fine.
Yeah,
Everything's fine, right?
I'm gonna boop boop.
Although maybe we should. Lusterly, well, what are you gonna do?
I was gonna open the chest.
I was thinking
The first chest?
that.
No, the second one, the one's open.
The second one?
Okay. Because I feel like we should prepare a little bit more before you head in. Like, for instance, there's no light in there, and Khyra won't be able to fight efficiently if there's no light. So, like,
Yeah, so we should light a
things
torch.
like we could light a torch, or Khyra and I can go to the, like, inside of the wall at the very least, so we're ready to help if need be.
Yeah,
like stuff like that. We could.
I
either
mean,
prepare-
I want to let them know what I read.
Right. Yeah.
So I can like go to the whole. Crap! I'll uninvisible if I message. I guess I'll shimmy my booty back out with this
Alright.
letter.
Yep, you shimmy on out. You share the letter with the party.
Yes.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem like. I don't know that the bodies in there. I mean, they're clearly trapped. You know, they suffered. You know, as the city was falling. There were the two chests with possibly the items that we seek. I think that we should go in, investigate that, procure these items, and leave as quickly as possible.
Okay, sounds good. Do you want our help? Do you want us to be a little bit more ready?
Yeah, why don't you all follow me in? I still think I should, with the remainder of my invisibility, check out the chest by myself, but it may be useful to have you all in close proximity. There's some... The thing that worries me is another chest that I don't have access to, having some objects inside of it with necromancy magic attached. I don't know that that's something we want to mess with in these catacombs, so let's be careful.
Okay, so this hole in the wall, how long would it take me to crawl through it in like full battle danger zone?
What type of armor do you wear?
Scale mail?
Scale mail is not the least. It is not the most nor the least supple armor. It's medium armor, right?
Yeah.
So with the scale mail, you're looking at this hole. You might be able to crawl through, but it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to like at least take off your pack and off your sword belt and everything, and you couldn't take your shield with you through at the same time. You might be able to like shove it in front of you, but it definitely couldn't be on your arm.
Oh, so this is a tiny hole. Okay.
It's a small hole, and then we would have to make a check to see if you get like caught on any of these rocks, because the scale mail's a little bit bulky.
Oof. Okay.
So it would be there'd be
So
dice
not
rolls
a
involved with you.
Combat style slithering
Yeah.
through. Okay.
So, are
Yeah.
we visible to the golem directly on the other side of the wall, or are we invisible?
No,
Because there's
like a
stairs.
staircase
or-
that
okay.
goes down,
Yeah.
and then it's a small hole at the bottom.
Okay. Well, that sounds That's
The
good.
golem's fine. There's nothing,
Yeah.
nothing to it.
What if Pearl sticks her face in so the golem sees her and then immediately crawls back out? Because if the golem activates on sight, then she's going to be safe if she just crawls right out. Then we'll know that the golem is activated and dangerous, and we can deal with it then. Does that make sense?
I can do that. If that's sure.
Okay.
All right.
And Tristel, where are you when Pearl performs this maneuver?
I think I was already inside. Going in first with.
Wait,
Are you going to
I'm
be
invisible.
working with or dealing with the chest while she's doing this, or are you waiting for her to see what
Waiting for them to get in.
if Pearl activates it, then you want to be outside, right? Because if the golem comes stomping over, you're gonna want to get out of there. Is that not right? Wait.
I think it would be, but like in this situation, I think I'd want to go in and be there, like, kind of assessing stuff while y'all are coming in.
I just don't want to like activate a trap and then you're going to be in the middle of it and I'm just going to bolt out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also invisible. I think I'm safe. I think I'm
Your
fine.
choice.
As long as you don't block the exit in case I need to run.
I'll get out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sounds like a plan. Guess I'll peek through the hole first and just make sure nothing spooky is happening. And I'm guessing it's just a hallway in there? Or stairway?
You go down the stairs to get to the hole, yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna crawl through the hole. And do I see anything weird
You
happening?
crawl on in. You see the golem. It's standing there over the bodies. You've got your head poked in through the hole. But the
Before we do
golem
this,
seems...
sorry, I want to light a torch before we do this.
Okay.
Just outside, like, the light's not going to come in, but I want to torch that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You light the torch. Pearl crawls in. Golem looks inactive. You poke your head all the way through the hole. And we should go to our second break.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy.
All right. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. I mean, I have a ready to dodge action, so you know that's fine. All right. Well, I'll see y'all after the break.
Hello, and welcome back to Embers of the Wild.
Do I show the cat cat picture?
Yeah, there should be a moment of
Yeah.
happiness before we continue with the game. A bright spot.
Everything's fine.
There we go. Neil looked up what catnip affected cats look like, so here we go. We got a
This
good...
is just the straight up Wikipedia page for catnip. Just has this image on it.
It's not like the actual plant, it's just cats being high on catnip. Can you imagine if
Yeah.
like all like pages on drugs were that, like pictures of people high on the drugs?
Oh no!
Oh,
Anyway.
it's pretty hilarious.
Thor is coming over to me. Jeez.
So you gonna turn
Sorry.
off the computer again? Okay, all right. We're gonna be fine in this
We're fine. We're
in this
fine.
catacomb. Okay, where is everyone? I
can't
need
get into the golem. It's fine. Like, you don't need a tank.
very detailed descriptions of this because I thought after the hole, if I crawled through the hole, there was a good distance until the golem would be able to see me. Not that it could see me through the hole. Or...
Oh, well, it can see, in theory, like the hole is before it. So, depending on how Golem's sight works, if it looks forward and down, it would see the hole.
Oh,
but there's
okay,
still
so
like a
it's like-
good,
it's just
15
like,
feet between you and the Golem, and then another like 20 feet between the Golem and the table.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
You-
if I poke my head in through the hole, nothing happens, or
Right. At first, it seems fine. You poke your head a little bit further, and the Golem slowly, like,
I'm gonna bolt out. I'm out. I don't like this place anymore. I'm just gonna zoomies out, slide through the hole out this room.
You're gone, no problem. It was slow to move, slow to react, sounded creaky. You could hear like the grinding of stone on stone as it moved a little bit. And then Tristel, from the inside, you can see that once it's moved its head and Pearl's gone, the golem just ceases operation and stops in that exact spot.
Okay, I'm just gonna, after I slide out, I'm just gonna be like, Kyra, it was moving. The statue thing, it was, I don't know what it was doing, but it was not just a statue.
Oh, that's my cue to leave. See you later, says Trout, and he walks over the river.
No, wait,
and,
Trout, don't.
turns in. What?
Don't leave. Hold on. What? Can't you stay there with us and help out?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Okay.
Golems aren't my thing.
Route.
Okay. Yeah, just feel free to leave. I don't want to stop you.
Cheerio! And he hops into the river and becomes a fish.
Okay, where's Tristel? What's happening?
Tristel is inside the catacomb.
I'm still inside.
Right, still invisible. Okay.
I'm gonna peek in the main room with the people. I want to test something. Are there any like weapons, anything, persons, anything in the room?
You know those 3 dead bodies near the front have weapons on them. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to pick up one of their weapons and kind of like wave it and see if that triggers the golem moving.
Yeah, because
that's not invisible.
Right, it just looks like a waving sword in the air. The golem doesn't react to that at all.
Okay. I'm gonna go back outside.
Mm-hmm. You scamper on back out to the nice, cool breeze in the warm town in summer.
I'm here. Where's Trout?
He left after I told Trout the story of a moving golem. He did not want to stay around for that.
No, he's always leaving us too soon. Well, I doubt he would have been much help anyways.
But he makes really good frog noises that can like distract maybe golems, you know? I really wish he would stay, but...
It's true. I don't know that a fish... whatever. So our golem, Pearl, it moves, as we saw. I had a thought, so there may be some objects of interest to us in there, and obviously the golem presents a barrier to that. I did, however, test waving a weapon in front of it from one of those bodies, Goddess rest their soul, and that doesn't trigger it. So perhaps I could make away with some of those objects and
yeah,
nothing bad will happen.
Although, can we safely open the boxes you were talking about, though?
I don't know.
Well, if we're in any kind of danger and any of us are in there, I feel like we need Kyra by our side at the very least, because we're not going to be able to fight anything without her.
It's true. Kyra, do you think...
have to fight it? Is there a way to deactivate it or get past it or distract it? Is there a non-combat solution to this thing?
Well, if it's activated by a magical item being put in a box, then pulling that magical item out, I imagine, would stop it. But I don't know if that's
It's already
set up.
empty. The slot was already empty, and the
Right.
box doesn't... It's not an openable box, right?
It is.
Oh, wait, the golem is
Well,
controlled
I'm sorry, I'm talking
by-
about the chests.
The golem
may
is
have
controlled
objects.
by someone, though, right? Or isn't that what they told us? That someone
No,
activates
I-
it? Or...
It
and then-
activates it, but I think they could be long dead by now.
Okay.
But so the box that supposedly controls the golem, that's not openable though, right?
So there are.
No, I think it's
There's the chest and a box. The second box theoretically might be the one to control the golem. It doesn't look in the dark when there's, in this limited situation. It doesn't look like there's much of an opening mechanism, but you would really need some good light to be able to truly investigate it. Maybe there's like hidden hinges on the inside, and there is a way to open it that the night vision just isn't quite picking up.
But like, so the slot on the top looked like the same slot from before, right? Yeah.
okay.
So,
I think I can investigate a little bit further. I think maybe seeing what's in the box or in the chest, that is. Kyra, you have a torch lit. May I use your torch to light a candle?
yes, indeed.
I have a little candle with me. It's not invisible. It's a floating candle.
Now there is an invisible floating candle. It comes down the stairs, goes back in through the hole and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And as you crawl out of the hole, wielding this candle, you can see the golem's head again begin to shift to look in the direction of the candle.
Oh.
And then it's stone on stone, and it takes one faltering step forward. Starts to move another foot.
Can I set the candle down on the ground and then getteth away from it?
Mm-hmm. Do you go deeper in, or do you back out?
I'll set it down and then just go away from it. I kind of want to see what's going on.
Comes all the way up to the candle and takes one more step and stomps on the candle. And then stops. So its foot is now like right in front of the hole where the candle was.
Alright. I don't think I get a candle.
Yeah, please
For
mark one
this.
candle off your character sheet.
Yeah.
This one has been ruined.
Dang it.
Yeah, seems like a trigger volume by the door.
Yeah. Alright, well, no candle for me. I will still go inside and investigate the chest.
Well, I'm going to need you to make me an acrobatics check if you want to get past the golem without touching it.
Yeah, like how close to the hole is it standing at this point?
Very close, like arm's reach from the hole. Because she was like in the hole and then she set the candle out. So it's like right in front of you. It's only a DC 10 because it's not so close that you're going to be like too squishy, but it's close enough that it's going to take an acrobatics check to slip past it without touching it, assuming you don't want to touch it. It might not care if you do.
I'll make that check. I have very high acrobatics and dex.
Oh yeah, no problem. You shimmy your way in, squeeze past the golem, find yourself in this darkened tomb.
Alrighty. I'll approach that chest that may or may not have objects that can help us with this golem scenario.
Right. So there's the chest in front and the box with the cylindrical shaft behind it.
Can
Cylindrical
I
what?
kind of like
Yeah,
feel?
I'm confused. I thought there was a
A
slit.
hole.
No. It's sorry. There's not a slit. There's only the shaft.
Oh,
So similar
Oh,
to
so
the
there's
Relic
something
Comfort
sticking
slot.
out of
sorry.
it?
Yeah, sorry. I think I messed it up when I explained it to you for the first time. I think I got my objects backwards. Instead of having the box that you have is like a regular square box, and it has a shaft and a wide slot. It has two entrances or two openings to put something in. This only has one. It only has a cylindrical shaft to it.
And is there anything inside of it?
No, it's empty.
A
Sorry, I
cylindrical
think
was the
I-
one that matches the Rod of Comfort, right? Not the item
Right.
we're looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. Sorry, I think I said this the exact opposite when I was describing earlier. And that would explain everything.
Can I give a little pat around the side of that box?
Yep, you can pat around the outside. Seems pretty solid. Doesn't
Okay.
feel like there's anything. Give me an investigation check just to search for clues. Maybe there's something hidden. Yeah, you can feel with the very edge of your nail that there is a very slight like lip or opening at the very top of the box, as if like the top of it might open up, but you can't find any locking mechanism.
Can I try and pry at it with my dagger?
Give me an athletics check. You give it a good pry with the dagger, but it doesn't come open.
Okay. I think I'll move on to the chest.
The chest is unlocked.
Let's open it. We're here.
You flip open the chest and find a huge pile of silver. And when I say a huge pile of silver, I mean a huge pile of silver. This chest is filled to the brim with silver.
Oh.
We're talking hundreds of pounds of silver. Like more than you guys would be able to comfortably carry back home. And sitting on top of the silver, sort of in that, like the chest has a rounded top, and the silver goes basically all the way up to the lip and a little above, and then resting on the top of that are 6 potions.
Oh. So that was a necromancy.
So yeah, that was the necromancy then. So then it's the locked chest that has my potential objects of desire. Dang it. Well, all this money's great. Now if I swipe the potions, they're visible, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Can I take one of the potions and go and like hold it around the golem?
Yeah. You want to go... The golem is like really close to the wall, so you would have to go to that very, very close
Actually,
section to hold it in front of the golem. You'd have to be like
I think I'm
right
good.
next to it.
I think I'm good. I think if we got loot here, we can pick that up later. I guess I want to investigate the other chest then.
The box? We should just get language to differentiate between the chest and the slotted
Box,
thing.
chest.
Okay, box and chest. Got it.
Yeah, because there was a second one, correct? Or was it
Right.
just the first one?
There is a box and a chest, but only the two.
Okay.
One of each.
Oh, damn it. And inside the box,
Inside the box is the other magical signature that you're looking for, maybe.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know, I don't think this would work.
Well, we want that
I don't-
box because it sounds
Yeah, we
like
want
it's
that box.
locked with a rod of comfort as the key, and then you can get the thing that we're actually looking for. That sounds like what it is, rather than the golem control device.
Mm-hmm. What would happen if the golem were outside of this place? That would be bad, yes?
Maybe not. It looked pretty beaten up, so it might
Yeah,
not
'cause
be a
then-
danger if Kyra can fight bullets.
Yeah, exactly. Then I could tank it, and I think I have no idea how strong golems are, but I think we could probably take it on.
It
Wondering
does
if
look
I can-
pretty injured.
I'm wondering if I can get it to break down that wall.
Yeah, so like bait it out and try and
Yeah.
have it follow us. maybe it injures itself in the
And we're
process of trying to
faster
back down the wall.
outside. Yeah, we have more to do outside. I think, you know what, I'm gonna try that. I want to cast Minor Illusion to create the image of a person armored in front, like, toward the golem, and, like, this person basically is perpetually, like, gonna be against that wall. Like, I'm trying to goad this thing into breaking.
Before
Hey,
this
but if you
happens,
do this,
I'm gonna
it
back
will-
out very far away.
Yeah.
If you do this, it will break your invisibility. Granted, you'll be behind the golem when it happens, so it's probably fine,
Yes.
but your visibility will be gone. Okay. You
This is
create
the choice.
an illusion of a person between the golem and the wall, right?
Oh, jeez. Is it gonna have to do with like a check to see if the illusion breaks or something?
Okay.
It's like magic vision and doesn't even see it.
Okay, before we die, how far away from the wall can I stand and still have line of sight to this thing?
To the... Not really at all. Because
Okay.
just on the other side of that brick, of that hole, is the staircase going up. So you would have to basically be crawled into the hole to be able to see the golem at all.
Right, but to see the wall. Like, can I be
Oh,
like
to
at
see
the
the
top
wall.
of the staircase?
You
then,
could be at the
or-
top of the staircase and totally see the wall. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry,
and how
I
far away is that?
misunderstood. The wall is at the base of the staircase.
Yeah, and what's the distance between the base of the staircase and the top of the staircase?
Got it. That is maybe 10 by 10, 10 feet down, 10 feet over. So it's at like a 45-degree angle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be at the top there and just be ready for whatever comes.
I see. And Kyra, where are you at this point in time?
I think I'm next to Pearl. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. And to be clear, Tristel, you're inside, but where are you inside? Because you've got some range on Minor Illusion. So give me a general location of how far you are from the golem or where you're positioned on the inside.
Under the table.
You're under the table? Nice. Okay. The illusion appears. The golem immediately shifts, raises an arm, and jabs it forward towards the stone wall, trying to smash the illusion.
Dummy.
Don't taunt the monsters.
I don't say this out loud. I just to myself like, estúpido,
What do you message it to Kyra?
right?
Okay.
Right now, my concentration's broken. Like, send a little message out, like, haha, he dumb.
The golem critically hits the wall and
Oh my goodness.
shatters it. The rocks tumble backwards. They fall onto the staircase. The one side that is open, that the door is in front of the wall, doesn't collapse, but the other side of the wall where the door is open because it's the double doors, just topples. Some of the other wall falls with it, creating a large opening and a lot of rubble. The section, the good 5 feet around that doorway at the bottom of the staircase, is difficult terrain for anyone who wants to move across it. Does the mirror image vanish when it's physically interacted with, or does it just stay? The mirror, Minor Illusion, I mean.
I think it stays. It's just like an intelligent creature would realize that it's an illusion.
Ooh, how intelligent
Lasts for the
is
duration.
golem?
Physical interactions with the image reveal it to be an illusion because things can pass through it. Is the golem wise enough to understand that? Golems aren't known for their intelligence. They're sort of automatons.
So the intelligence is checked against my spell save DC.
Oh, is that how it works?
That's what it says.
Okay.
The creature can determine that it is an illusion with a successful But that may be just from discernment without, I think interacting with it reveals it to be an illusion. I'm not quite sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the golem's fist has smashed through this thing. The illusion remains standing. The golem smashes again through it and goes for a third strike through it and then stops, standing in the same spot, having not moved. The illusion now just hovering in the air in front of the golem, who has deemed it no longer a threat.
And it can't see
And
us
light.
at the top of the staircase. Or...
No, if the door is open and the partial wall has fully collapsed, and he was right at the entranceway, the golem can look up and see the two of you. But it does not come after you. It does not step out of the stairwell or anything. It just holds its ground.
Huh.
I'm stuck in here, guys.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, jeez. This is bad. I feel like it looks like the golem is protecting the area and not attacking anything it sees, right?
Has it actually looked up and saw us? See us?
You are within range of sight for it. You can see its head, therefore it should be able to see your head.
Okay.
Should be.
Okay.
So there's now a hole in this wall.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, never mind.
Okay, how do we get Tristel out?
I mean, I could cast invisibility again, but I'd burn my spell slot. I kind of wanted to save that in case we needed it. But maybe now's when I need it. There's a big boy in here.
Mm-hmm.
Or we just straight up fight it?
That's always an option.
Or if we
What's the
can find a way to
position of the-
deactivate it, but that's...
Yeah, what's the
don't
position of
know.
the golem?
Right
Like-
in front of the doorway, with
So is
one
that-
with left foot forward and otherwise standing.
So is the crawl space still accessible?
Oh, the crawl space is gone. The whole wall is.
Okay,
If
right,
you could
right.
get in front of the golem, you could just walk out.
Oh. Maybe now's the time for that then. Yeah, I think I'll just cast invisibility again and mosey on out of
Wait.
here.
Do you want to carry the box while you cast invisibility?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is
Can
it
I?
possible to do that?
The box weighs about 25 pounds. The chest weighs many hundreds
Oh,
of
yeah,
pounds,
yeah, yeah.
maybe 1,000 pounds.
I didn't know the
sure.
box wasn't affixed to something.
Yeah, it's just resting there.
Can do I have that strength?
Mm-hmm. You can carry 25 pounds of gear, I think.
Oh, yeah. So how about I pick that box up and cast invisibility?
Done. You pick it up, you're invisible, and you can walk right on out past the golem, over the steps, come back on out to your friends in the sunlight above.
Neat.
I have a
While
box.
While you carry the box, you can feel there's something inside, jingling around as you walk.
Right. So I've inspected this box. I'm thinking that the objects used to control the golem may be inside. Now, it did find a bit of a spot that may open, but I wasn't able to do so.
Can we try and pry it open? Or
Yeah, now that
should
we
we
have
take a
I mean,
sunlight?
you all are free to give it a shot. I couldn't open it with my dagger.
Now that we have sunlight, are there runes on it similar to the old box?
There are markings on it, but they don't look anything like the other box, except for the fact that they're sort of around the rim, but that's a pretty common place you would imagine to put markings. They look very, very different.
So it doesn't look like the control box for the golem, or like that vibe.
It has similar characteristics. It's about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger than the box you guys have back home. It's got that shafted slot in it, similar to the box you have back home. It's made out of metal, but otherwise the runes look different. It only has the one the one shaft, not the wide slot. So similar, but not the same.
Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe we should just, maybe we're done here. Maybe we just go back to town with the box.
Small detail. There's a lot of money inside. A lot of money that could help us fund lots of things.
How much money?
Like an entire chest full of silver.
Wait, like an entire chest? And then
Yes.
Pearl will gesture a cuboid with her hands.
Yes.
Okay. Huh. So what do we do? Do we fight the golem? It looks pretty badly wounded. It looks like it's kind of just defending the area. So it looks like maybe we're safe attacking it from a distance.
Either we fight it, we could try and control it.
I think
Maybe, or deactivate it with what's inside of the box.
we need the Rod of Comfort, though, to open it or activate it. And we don't have that with us. Because it looks like the same slot, right?
I mean, it's cylindrical slot. Yeah, pretty similar.
Right, but there's like bits inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pirate, can you try opening it?
Yeah, I'll take my dagger, try and stab at that crack to wedge it open, something like that.
Stab that crack.
What check would that be?
Using your dagger to try and pry open the box is going to be an athletics check. Oh, yeah, this is great. You get your dagger in there, you push, and the dagger snaps. The box stays shut.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
It's always in daggers. Why do we always lose so many daggers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this thing ain't opening. Yeah, so we
Pearl.
at least know where sorry.
Don't ask me to explode next to the box or
Yes.
something. No, I
Yes.
will not explode on demand.
Please. Explode it.
I don't know if I have the strength to do that. It looks like a pretty rugged box. I think we should just take it back home, and because it looks like we need to put the Rod of Comfort there, right?
I don't think we know entirely how this mechanism works.
Yeah.
Does
Well-
it make sense that the town would have a box that can only be opened by a rod that they've given to some mining village in a canyon 2 days away?
I think so, yeah. Because it's
Maybe,
like
yeah.
security by, like, if you want to keep something safe, you take the key far away, and so nobody can get the key.
For the
The
same reason,
two-factor.
like, yeah, for the same reason we can't open it with our magical item in town.
Okay. All right. I like the way you guys
It's
think.
like a swap.
Exactly.
Well, I'm invisible. Can I go back inside and like grab some silver?
Mm-hmm. You can go back inside and pick up some silver. There's a lot of it here. Like a lot of it. So you can carry some out. If you wanted to like ferry silver back and forth,
Yes.
ignore the box, you could, but it would take you a while. Like, you know,
Think-
this might be an activity that you come back the next day for, or you do part of today and part of tomorrow. And even then, where are you going to move the silver to? Like, if you ferry it
Right.
out, you just have a pile of silver on the ground. That's not going to help you
Say
get
it's
it home.
safer in there for us.
Exactly.
to keep from other people.
So I think you should fill up until you're encumbered with silver, so that we have at least something. And
Yeah.
then we can come back later if we want to.
Yes.
Mhm.
How much silver encumbers me?
Well, let's see. Let's take a look at Tristell's character sheet. You can carry. Oh, you should actually already be encumbered right now. Somehow your sheet is not set to do advanced encumbrance.
Oh.
Huzzah. You are ever so slightly encumbered. You are 6.5 pounds over encumbrance right now. So that
What's
just
so
means your movement
heavy?
rate is slowed. Bedroll, backpack, 4 costumes. Two costumes, I'm
Two
sorry.
costumes.
Yeah, oh, the rations are pretty heavy.
Yeah, the
Wait,
rations
how
are
many
heavy.
rations have we eaten?
Oh, but I would have eaten.
That's true. You would have eaten 1.5 so far.
And
We
I
could say
gave one
2
to the
because it's partway
fish.
through the day. Yeah, so you can mark down 3 fewer rations.
All right, still a little encumbered.
That gets you close, but not quite all the way there, yeah. Maybe you would leave your costumes back at the inn?
Yeah.
I don't know if you haul your costumes with you everywhere
That's
you
probably
go.
not something
Right.
that I have with me. Okay, that would have
Yeah.
done it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, some of
Cool.
this stuff is just like literally what I have since I started. Okay, cool.
Right. Right.
So I don't think I can carry a whole lot then.
I think it's 50 coins to the pound, and you can carry another 5.5 pounds. So you could carry like 250 coins, 260, something like that.
I can carry 320 additional silver.
Okay.
How do I know how much I can carry, apart from trial and error, until I see the encumbrance?
I just
can
binary
carry-
searched.
Okay.
5 times your strength score before being encumbered, and then 10 times your strength score before being heavily encumbered, and maximum is 15. So your strength is 9. You can carry 45 pounds before you run into problems.
Okay, yeah. So for me, that would be 5 pounds.
Mhm.
Which, how much is that? 50 silver? Or
500 silver.
oh,
No,
right.
250 silver in 5 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Neat. I'll carry that, I guess. Assuming we
Okay.
actually manage to ferry it out and back and forth and whatnot.
You can ferry the silver out back and forth as long as Tristel remains invisible. The golem doesn't seem to mind the floating silver going back and forth. It doesn't interact with it or is set off by it in any way, shape, or form. So feel free to add silver to your character sheets until you don't want to anymore.
Oh, yeah.
What about the potions?
What about the potions? You just gonna leave those there for anyone else to come find?
They're like really rare and valuable, right? So-
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How many were there?
6. Each of them weighs a pound.
That's like all the money I just put in my pockets.
Yeah.
Same.
We
Unless,
each take
like-
2.
What?
We each take 2?
Yeah.
6? Is that how many there are?
Yeah, let's each take 2, I guess. Or I guess I can take them all just to make the math simpler or something like that, but I don't
Okay.
know. You two need the money anyway.
Thank you.
Well, we kind of need it for the town, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's,
I don't know how
probably
much
where
we
it's
should
going.
pocket.
That's where I thought most of it was going.
But yeah, do we
Okay.
do we have our old alpaca person help us ferry all the silver, or?
He didn't visit you, come with you into the town. He's out in
Yeah.
the field somewhere. You might meet up with him later, maybe not.
But we could be like ultra encumbered, trying to drag that crate out, and then
Let's
when
not.
we reach the alpacas, then.
Yeah, let's
But then
not.
we have to reveal Trog Canyon to this person.
Mhm. At the very least, you'd reveal that you have just uncovered a massive amount of wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's come back with some villagers or something, and the villagers can help us carry it back.
Yeah, or some like pack animal or something we can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're gonna do the same invisible thing, though, I would need a long rest between that.
So head back to town, take a long rest, bring back some pack animals, and haul the silver and the potions out. Or are you gonna grab the potions now?
Grab the potions now.
Could you add the potions to my sheet because I'm on the laptop and it's horrifying
Yes,
to
of course.
try and do that?
I will do so. I'm just gonna mark them as potion right now, because since you don't know what they do. Done.
Thanks.
you can
Exactly
still-
encumbered.
Oh, it's perfect. Okay. So you grab the potions, you grab a little bit of silver, and you're done? You leave?
I think. Well, what about the box? We gotta bring the box.
The 25-pound box.
That's a
Crap!
lot of weight.
Wow.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Maybe it's worth being encumbered?
Then we can carry more silver if we decide that it's okay to be encumbered.
Yeah. We have lots of rations. And we'll have plenty of money to buy more when we get back.
We're gonna head straight home, right? And if we're encumbered, is that like half speed or what is that?
If you carry weight in excess of 5 times your strength score, you are encumbered, which means your speed drops by 10 feet, so by 1/3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
it
we could
normally
still make
takes
it back.
you...
Let's do it.
Yeah, that
Let's
seems
do
fine.
encumbered. All right.
So how much can we carry then? Do we just fill out backpack or?
All this money.
Yeah. I think for Tristel and Pearl, you can fill until you guys get to the encumbrance point. Kyra is so strong that I think her backpack is more likely to give out from the silver in it than her arms and legs are to give out from the silver on her.
True. 45 pounds of silver.
Yeah, that's like a lot of heavy, dense stuff pulling and tearing at the bottom of your bag.
All right. So that would be 2,200 silver.
Wait, I can add 50 without being heavily encumbered. Is that correct? 50 pounds.
You should be able to get to 90 pounds without being heavily encumbered.
Right. Okay, that looks correct. Okay, so exactly.
How much
50
silver is there to
pounds.
grab?
What?
Are we even able to grab all the silver, or is there that much?
There is upwards of 50,000 silver here.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fill up. This is so much money.
Okay, wait. How much was? Sorry for asking all of these questions, but like, how much was 50 pounds of silver?
So maybe a better way to do it is 1 unit of silver. 1 pound of silver is 50 coins. So if your character sheet, you say like 50 silver coins and you put the weight as 1, then you can add multiples of it in the volume column.
Oh, right. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes. Oh, sorry. What was the weight again?
Yeah, we'll do it like this. And
0.1
this,
or.
and then you can do like that. So 50 silver coins is 1 pound, and now you're carrying 3 units of 50 silver or 100 units of 50 silver.
Oh, okay. Right. That makes sense.
Does that work for you?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Although I still don't know how much that was. Was it 20?
Okay, so
I'll just keep fiddling with this while you.
Yeah, just bring it all the way up until you hit 90. So Kyra, let's talk about how much your bag can fill. Since your bag is the limit, if you carry the box in your arms, that's 25 pounds right there, and that might be enough that you can fill your bag until you hit encumbrance.
all right.
Oh my god,
so
this is
I
so
will
much.
give you a 25-pound box. And then you wanted to go up to... Oh my god, you have so much strength. That's still 65 pounds worth of silver that you can carry. That is going to be... I'm going to limit your bag to carrying 40 pounds of silver. Just because it's a lot of weight.
That is exactly at 2,000.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not doing this right then. Should I be putting it in my
You can also just
equipment
put
or
it in
on
your.
silver?
You can just put it in your silver coinage at the top of your thing. They've been adding it as inventory items.
Okay.
It doesn't 6 one, half dozen the other. As long as we have an idea of how much you're carrying, it's Gucci.
Wait, no, I can't carry 40 pounds in additional to the box. Oh, wait, you added the silver.
I added the box.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm going to delete
Yes.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
that. Wait,
Great.
150.
All right, you guys are loaded up to the brim with as much weight as you can possibly carry, and it's time to head home. You can leave the town behind, make your way back out to where you are camping, and you will get out to your campsite just a little bit before the sun begins to set. Let's see if your alpaca friend Bartico is still around. I'm gonna
At this
give
point, we can
him-
buy an alpaca. He's all this for us.
It appears Bartico is nowhere to be seen. The alpaca are not visible on the horizon anywhere. He must have moved on to graze them or turned around and headed home.
What about trout? Is trout nearby?
No, trout
Okay.
is not nearby.
Do I see a fish in the river? Like a little trout-looking creature?
You do see a fish, but it does not look like a trout.
Okay.
It looks like a,
Is it
I
red?
don't know,
Just like the rocks?
no?
Okay.
No, it's
Oh.
gray fish. I fish are kind of one of my weak points, guys. I don't know anything about fish.
The only fish that's coming to mind right now is a salmon, so...
It's a salmon.
There's, yeah, like spotted ones or like carp.
Sure, something about yay big. I don't, could be a young
perch.
fish. It's a perch, yeah. I should think about Stardew Valley. There's a lot of fish in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My source
Cool.
materials growing up in this house.
Nice. Well, loot in tow, you turn around to head home. Why don't we take our final break right here? When we come back, we will do the adventure home if there is any to be had.
All right. Yeah. See you all after the break. There we go. We're back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Our party is going to haul this loot slowly but surely back to town. So we left on the 19th. That's when we saw trout. We left on the
Left on the
18th
18th. Yeah.
when we saw trout. On the 19th, we saw Bartico. On the 20th, we looted the church.
Which is certainly an action to do, looting the church.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
None of us are clerics.
Thank God. It'll be 3 days back because your movement rate is going to be so slow. And when I say 3 days, it's like 2 days and then like 3 hours the next day.
Yeah, so the 3 hours is like the day that we looted. I assume we still have day left that day, so...
Between going into the town, searching for the temple, figuring out all the loot, and then hauling it back, you just get like back to your campground just outside of town. So it'll be 3 more days to return. Let's roll some encounters. And this does also bring us over to the beginning of the next week. So who wants to make a roll for whatever this weekly roll that we make is? It's a 2d6. I'll take the first one that shows up in chat.
I'll go. I haven't done this in a while.
Four. Too many oohs for me.
Hello.
Neil looks very happy.
Yeah.
I'm a
Way
little
too many
scared.
oohs.
So it's on your journey home.
On what
We
day?
have an encounter.
I'm sorry.
20 seconds.
Uh-oh. It's okay. We can just throw silver at whatever's attacking us.
Mm-hmm.
Little shurikens.
Like get a little like blowgun to blow silver pieces.
It is on your journey home that you are going to run into this problem. It's going to happen in the evening after you guys have made camp on this day. So unless you have a very specific watch order, I'm going to just have you guys all roll a d20. Whoever rolls lowest is on watch when this problem arises.
You know, every time we do this... Oh, yes. Okay, I'm fine.
4, a 2, and an 8. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
No, a
No,
2, an
The
8,
4
and a
was...
2.
no.
Yeah, the 4
Yeah,
was
for
for the
Freya.
encounter.
All right,
Tiebreaker?
so this is happening. This might actually be good. Right as Ashley and Freya are like switching watches, as
Oh my
one
gosh.
person is waking the other up. Would the two of you here late at night roll me perception checks?
Seriously.
So it seems to me like Ashley must be waking Freya up. Freya is like a little sleepy, rubbing the things out of her eyes. And neither of you are aware of what lurks nearby.
Oh, no.
So
okay.
what is your what is it like between the two of you when you are switching shifts?
Well, first off, the important facts. I assume that I have my pack off and I'm not encumbered, so if any combat happens, I can run and dance around.
Yeah, probably same for me. But yeah, I guess I'm just slowly gonna wake up, I suppose.
Yeah, so I'm poking Pearl, being like, "Yo, it's your watch." Yeah, I don't think we exchanged too many words. It's just like a regular, like, "Oh God, I don't want to get up." And then
Yeah,
it's
like a routine
I want to go back to
stuff at
sleep.
this point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right, okay, I guess. But I do have dark vision, so, you know, might
I have,
be advantageous here.
I have
Well,
woken up-
not when you roll a 1 on your perception check. It's not advantageous.
Yeah.
And yeah. Never mind. So Ashley, you were saying?
I have woken Freya many times. She likes to sleep in, so I'm used to this.
Yeah, otherwise I'll just start my watch, I suppose, and just look around and see if I can hear anything or see anything.
19 on the table. Oh, this creature is hostile.
Oh,
It
no.
seems to be keeping an eye out, and then it waits a few minutes after Ashley goes to sleep when it begins to make its move. It stays low to the ground. It stays downwind of where you are. It's a predator, a hunter. It knows how to hide from things that it is preying upon.
Well,
I will give you one more perception check, Pearl, as it comes into what would be plain view.
okay. I got this. That's fine.
You need to beat an 11.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You will see the creature just as it takes a leap in your direction, the person on watch. It is a large saber-toothed cat.
No, I don't want to attack this.
Yes, it has arrived, and as it goes for a leap in your direction,
I mean, I'm gonna dodge if I can. If I saw it in time, I would dodge.
I'm gonna let it win initiative because you failed your very first perception check, and you're only now noticing it when it leaps out of its hiding space. So it will make an attack, and then if you survive it all, you can respond. But that was a real bad perception check, and this is a hunter creature. So
Okay, initiative. Here we go. We're fine. I mean,
go.
I would try to wake everyone up immediately as soon as this happens, but
I assume you scream.
yeah,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
they'll be able to roll in next round. Ooh, it's maybe a little loud. There we go. All right, our saber-toothed cat will throw itself at you with a I guess when you're a cat, you go for the bite, right? You go for the bite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it runs at you and goes to leap, and it will sink its teeth into you for...
Ow.
Oh, I rolled that in GM mode instead of normal player mode. But it was a 21 to hit. Oh, that came out to the players, and a 10 for damage.
Wait, 10?
10 for damage.
No.
Yes, the cat it pounces on you, grabs you
Oh my
with
goodness.
its large teeth, and begins to viciously shake you around. I DM'd you the 10 just so you could see it.
So, hold on.
You-
No. Okay. My shield wouldn't get me above that attack roll.
Correct.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
AC is only 13. Shield will
Yep.
bring it to 18. The creature grabs you, tears into you. You scream. You
Ow.
can still act this round, and then the other two can roll into initiative next round.
What can I do
What would
this
you like?
round?
I don't know. Saber-toothed tiger's eating you.
Yeah. Feline agility and disengage, I guess.
Yep. Makes sense.
All right.
Okay, so that gives me 30 feet of... No, 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
60 feet. Yep.
Okay, I would like to move away from the creature. I don't know, very far away. As long
Yeah,
as I'm
just
still
go
in,
all the
like,
way.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go really, really far away because, holy heck. Yep, over there. There we go.
Ow.
All right. Let's all roll initiative together. Oh, saber-toothed tiger goes slow with only a 6.
Wait,
.14.
why am I not in the initiative order?
I think I was a bad DM and erased your initiative. Let me add it back in.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Damn.
You were at 5.17. Oh my god, you guys are all slow except for Tristel, who manages to be the fastest acting person in town always.
Even
Tristel.
just waking up.
Yeah, you are wakened with the start. You are still lying down. Standing takes half of your movement if you would like to stand.
Yes.
Okay. You get to your feet. You can see Pearl scampering away as the saber-toothed tiger recovers from its attack where its prey escaped and gets ready to... Who the hell knows what it's about to do, but it's getting
I
ready to do
call
it.
out.
And
"Get
so
behind
we're-
there."
Yeah, we're under the assumption that we have, like, kind of taken off our packs and we're not encumbered at the
Mhm.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I'll move. Get out of the way. And use Kyra as my human shield.
It's a good technique. It's been
What
proven
I'm
to
built
work.
for.
Oh my god, what is this animal? Pearl, do you think it likes catnip?
Well, it's in my backpack. Like, I can't just pull it out because I'm not wearing my backpack. It's next to all of you. So, if you want to spend your action doing that, then go for it.
I don't know about that.
Well, the saber-toothed tiger gets to take its turn. Now, it has an ability called Pounce, which it didn't use last time because it needs at least 20 feet of running start. If the tiger moves at least 20 feet straight towards a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn, it must succeed a DC 14 strength check or be knocked prone. If the target is prone, then it gets to also make a bite attack as a bonus action. So the tiger will do one of these like running cat things where it like comes over here, bounds off of this wall, and then throws itself at Tristel.
Parkour!
Mm-hmm. It gets a little distance, runs, leaps, and hits you,
geez.
Tristel.
Oh my gosh.
It will do 15 damage with its claws, and you will need to make a strength check or fall prone.
I'll make a strength check.
I'm sorry, strength saving throw. DC 14.
Yeah. Oh wow, roll 20 is being fussy.
It sometimes gets cranky. Oh, it knocks you prone, and then it bites at you, and it will sink its teeth into you, and I think this will knock you unconscious. Yes. It just like throws itself on top of you, knocks you to the ground, starts to bite into you, and begins to ravage you. You are unconscious and making death saving throws. Great job, saber-toothed tiger. That was amazing. Pearl.
Okay, you know what? Where am I? What's happening? How far away is this? I am going to, so I have 30 feet of movement.
And I was still prone, right?
You were still prone, right? You haven't acted yet. You're waking up, unfortunately, acting last.
Okay, I'm gonna go somewhere there. That's my movement. And okay, and then I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray. And yes, at the thing. That's what I'm gonna do.
Excellent.
And that's safe, right? There's nothing weird that can happen, I presume.
Totally. Yeah. Except, isn't there a Tides of Chaos lying around unused somewhere?
Probably.
Isn't there
yes.
a wild surge that we can happen right now in the middle of this fight? I think so. I seem to recall such a thing.
Yeah, which... jeez. Maybe a firebolt is enough. Maybe I don't need to use Scorching Ray per se, you know?
I feel like you were casting Scorching Ray until... I feel like... Well, you can do whatever you want. Don't let me tell you what to do.
Okay, well, I mean, I have to. I can't just not attack because we're in danger.
Do something.
Yeah, right? Okay, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray. It's fine. So let's see. Hold on. Wait, I just clicked it. It's 3 attacks, right?
It is. It is 3 attack rolls.
Okay. I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos for second one, I guess, because I've already rolled the first one. So
Sure.
advantage on the second one. So 18 on that, and then the third one.
Is 11. Our monster has AC 12, so 2 direct hits.
Okay.
And then a D100 roll, please.
Right. Wait, so do I still roll the D20 for the regular surge on top of the D100? Yeah. I shouldn't have asked, actually.
Mega magic.
Okay.
Roll that extra D20.
That's
okay,
fine.
so that's cool. Now roll the D100.
Why did I play Wild Mage? I'm scared.
17.
After you finish casting the spell, with the last syllable intoned, a large, colorful bubble comes out of your mouth and carries with it the sound. And when it pops, the sounds that you say come out. But that does mean for the duration, for the next round, not the next round, the next minute, the next 10 rounds, you cannot cast spells with verbal components because your words are coming out in bubbles and not being released until popped, which means they cannot be timed properly.
Silence.
To create magic.
Oh my goodness.
However, your stuff all still hits, or your 2 Scorching Ray attacks still land on the saber-toothed tiger.
Hell yeah. Okay, but it's
So,
fine.
roll
We
the
got
damage.
this. How much damage is that? 2d6 per ray. Okay. 14.
So 14 damage is actually not insubstantial at all.
It's got a lot
The
of health.
scorching rays illuminate the darkened night for just a moment. They land on the saber-toothed tiger, setting the fur on fire. The creature hops off of Tristel immediately and lets out a as it gets blasted with these motes of fire. Kyra, the saber-toothed tiger, is right next to you, but for the briefest of moments, it's looking at Pearl and the source of the fire.
Do not.
All right. Let's see. Okay. That takes a bonus action. That takes a bonus action. That's that. Okay. So, first, I'm going to take a stab. Regular stab. For a 10. That does not land.
No.
As long as
And
there's
does
no,
not
like,
hit.
advantage, because it's not looking at me.
No advantage on this. Nope. Just a regular 10.
Alright, I'm gonna yell out to Pearl, you got this. Because, like, she clearly does. I don't see the bubbles. It's dark. And so she gets 1d8 plus 2 temporary hit points. Who should roll that? I forget.
Either one. Anyone. Doesn't matter.
Alright,
My rolls are bad. You do the rolls.
Okay.
Is this an action or a bonus action?
This is a bonus action.
Excellent.
Only 4. Oh no. Okay, so you get
That's not
4 temp HP points, and then I use Action Surge, which does not require a bonus action.
Correct.
I don't know why, but okay. And then I'm going to take another swing at this Tigger for a 10. Another 10. No, and that's my turn.
That's your turn.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Oh jeez.
Next up in initiative order is Tristel. Please make me your first death saving throw off of your character sheet. Do not roll a 1, whatever you do. Not great, not too bad. The saber-toothed tiger goes. It has been attracted by Pearl's fire, but also Kyra now took a slash at it. And there's this thing about wild animals. They don't like fire. Fire is terrifying to them. It's absolutely scary. So I'm going to give this creature a morale check to see if the fire damage you've dealt to it is enough to just drive it off. Look up the saber-toothed tiger's morale.
Freya, did you add the temp HP?
I did, but it's not showing up as a health bar.
That's fine. This as long as it's recorded.
I'm sorry. Oh, because there wasn't a max for it for some reason. There you go. The maxes are hard to set. They have to be manually set. Saber-toothed tiger. That's like a Smilodon. Silmadon. They have morale 8 to 10. Ooh, and this thing has rolled a 13 or an 11. 7 and 4 is an 11. This is too much for the saber-toothed tiger. It's here for an easy meal. It found a couple of sleeping people, no problem. It did not bargain for fire. So on its turn, it will disengage and run away,
Good. Bye.
leaving us with Pearl's
Later.
turn. We're not out of initiative yet because Tristel is still in mortal danger with the one failed death saving throw.
I can make my way over there, right?
It'll take all your movement to get there, though, because you
Yeah.
can only move 30 feet. So it would take a move and a dash.
It's like is the tiger like clearly running away? Like is there any doubt that it's gonna come back or?
Well, according to my calendar over here, this is the night after a new moon, so it's very dark out. I think it is dashed beyond the edge of your vision, and you can't really tell what its intentions or motivations are. Maybe it's just beating a quick retreat and looking for another way in. maybe it is just done and is gone for the day.
Oh, do I
Can't
not
see
see it
it.
at all from here? Or
Yeah, I think your dark vision is only like 60-foot range, right?
Where's anything? Dark vision. Yes, it is 60 feet.
40. Okay. Actually, it would have only have been able to move 40 from its spot, so it would have been, because it took a disengage, would have leaped across the creek. So if you move up to Tristel, you can still see it, and it is still presently headed away from you at this moment.
Ah, jeez. Can I see it from here? Actually, I can. No, I can't use feline agility because I moved the last round.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I really want to run after it and throw firebolts at it just to add more fire to it, you know? But I don't
Your
think I
range
can
on
move.
Firebolt?
What?
What's your range on Firebolt?
Enough. It's my vision. That's a limiting factor. I need 60 feet to the...
Yeah, and there's no way you're going to get to within
I can see its butt,
60 feet of...
depending on how large it is. Because I can see to the center of it, but I can see the corner of it.
Let me see here. You know what? Saber-toothed tigers are actually size large. I only have it as size medium here, so it should be that big.
Then it should be fine.
Take up 4 squares. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can barely catch it as you make your way towards Tristel. You spot the tiger before you get all the way to Tristel.
Yeah,
And
then I'm
you-
going to cast Fireball, and I'm going to use Subtle Spell and use one of my sorcery points, because then I don't need verbal components, so there are not going to be any bubbles.
Oh.
There you go.
Yep.
Roll me on that Wild Surge table for cantrips. The
Oh,
cantrip
cantrip
surge.
surge.
That has never worked ever. I swear, every time I test it, it works fine. You have just been getting very lucky.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. It's really weird.
It's fine. RN Jesus is on your side. You're good of the faith. It'll work.
All right. Fireball. There we go.
Nice.
Ooh, they've updated the interface.
No,
here.
I have
Oh, wow.
added emotes to it because there was no way to toggle cantrips.
Oh.
So if you add like a red circle and a white
Oh.
circle, you can make it kind of work like the other ones where you can like toggle things on and off.
Oh, how cool. Well done for you.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
blast the saber-toothed tiger in the booty. Give me some damage.
Hell yeah. All right. 3.
It's minimal.
Well, it's the fire that counts. I want the aesthetic of getting the fire in your butt as you run away. That's what I want.
Kyra, it is your turn.
Medicine check?
Yes, DC 10. Woo! Another
Ooh,
natural
there we go.
20 for Kyra. Again,
Save
what is
me.
this, your 4th one today?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Tristel is stabilized and will be fine. She's going
Hell
to
yeah.
make it through the night.
Yay, thank you for saving me.
So no more things for you. The tiger will spend its entire turn running into the night, and you lose sight of it.
Okay. Are we safe here in general? Can we actually make camp here now?
I don't think you have much of a choice. Tristel's going to
yeah.
take a couple hours to come back to
Oh
consciousness.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I keep watch.
Kyra, are you going to even try to go back to sleep?
I don't think so. Will I take an exhaustion if I
I
stay
said
awake?
Kyra. I meant Pearl.
Hmm?
Are you going to try and
Oh,
go back to
right.
sleep? Because Kyra's watching, right? That makes sense that you're watching, but I didn't know if you were both going to watch or if one of you was going to sleep.
Oh, I thought Kyra was
so-
waking me up, and it was
Yeah, I
my
was
turn
waking-
too.
Okay, yeah.
Relax.
So, are you both staying awake or one of you going to bed?
Will I take exhaustion if I try and stay awake?
Let's take a look.
Because it depends on like how if this is like the first watch change or the second watch change of the night.
no rest is a situation in which the character does not sleep but remains awake and alert throughout the normal sleeping period. Rough rest requires a wisdom save, otherwise you fall asleep at some point during the night. I think we can forgo that if you've just been attacked by a saber-toothed tiger. A character who gets no rest suffers 1 level of exhaustion.
But I have had rest. Or like, was this the first or second watch change?
That's a great question. Why don't you, Tristel would be the other person who might not who might have watched before you. So
Yeah.
why don't you both roll me a d20? Whoever rolls highest, if Tristel rolls highest, then she had a watch before you. If you roll highest, then you were on the first watch.
Okay, so I've had, like, what is it, 3 hours of sleep already?
Yeah.
That has to count for something.
Yeah, I'll give you a con save then. If you can pass a DC 13 con save. No, that's
I'll
not right.
take that.
Yeah, DC 13 con save. That's good enough for us. If you can pass that, then you will not suffer your exhaustion.
Neat.
Khyperia the Dominator.
Yeah.
We're good.
All right, Chiron, just show off. Keep doing it. Keep being awesome. Pearl,
Mm-hmm.
are you gonna sleep or are you gonna stay up for watch?
It was my turn to keep watch, so I guess I can just continue, right?
Okay, yeah. The two of you guys keep your watch. The tiger does not come back. And the next morning, you all awaken. Tristel awakens, wounded, weakened, but alive and ready to move.
Ouchie.
Do we get
in the
health
morning?
in the morning? Because it's
No,
or no.
there's no way.
Okay. I mean, resting should give us health, right?
We need good rests to get health.
This was a
Yes,
pretty
need-
good rest. Like,
This was
kinda?
not a good rest at all. You were attacked by a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah, I
and
mean, tiger.
one of you had to
aside,
pull
know?
double shift. One of you were casting spells.
Yeah,
and affected
no.
by magic. No one gets a rest.
Okay.
No one gets a healing.
Okay.
I was unconscious, so we couldn't play music.
Once
yeah.
Tristel wakes up, I'm gonna say that, like, all right, Tristel, we got this. We survived the saber-toothed tiger attack. We're gonna get home. We're gonna do this. And roll 1d8 plus 2 for a temp HP.
Ooh. Very
Thank
nice.
you. I owe you my life. What? Sorry, what do I roll? I was so excited by it.
D8 plus 2. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Righteous. Righteous. I feel much more invigorated. Definitely more alive.
Well, we can dispense with the suspense because you guys will make it back to town with no further
Yay.
problems.
Heck
You will
yeah.
arrive on the late morning of the 23rd. You can get back into town. All of your gear, all of your new loot, all of your lives. And, well, I guess this is where we will end our session today because we have a hard out. That means
Yes.
next week when we come back, we will be investigating this box, see if we can figure out how to open it or get through it or past it and what else it might mean for us. As well as alerting to the town to this massive supply of silver, getting some people to go help pick that up and bring it back home, and whatever other things you might be interested in doing.
Yeah.
Yay!
Heck yeah. How do we distribute that money? How much should go to the town? How much should go to us?
Right.
This sounds like a next week problem. That sounds like it could drag on for a little while.
But we still have a
We-
few minutes because
Yeah,
we're rating
we-
on the hour.
Oh,
Will we
well
get
then,
XP?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I mean, we have to long rest.
because you'll take a long rest, right?
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
we'll get XP during the long rest, or
Yeah.
at the end of the long rest, because there's still opportunity for things to happen this week to interrupt your long rest.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Oh, jeez.
We never get rest.
Well, it's because you're very wicked.
True.
Are there ever really long rests?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The long rest.
All right. Okay, should we wrap it up? Anything you want to plug? Drop links to stuff? Neil?
Yeah.
Well, what do you got up next?
I was just looking for the appropriate Twitter link because we are fundraising right now, and you all should. Is it exclamation part?
Donate.
Oh, there it is. Someone already
Donate.
did it. Donate. You should follow that link in Twitch chat and help a very good cause. That's all I have to plug this week.
That was what I was going to plug, but no. I was too
We're all
late.
plugging it.
Oh no.
All of us.
Plug.
That's what we're plugging today.
But yes, you
Awesome
should totally
cause. It looks like
Yes, there we go. All right. Yeah, I wonder, should we raid early, or is that like? I wonder if the next person is live.
Up already? Who's next in line?
EVA. Let's see. Twitch.tv. As you said, spelling. EVA. There we go. Oh, they are live. Kinda,
Nice.
I think. Although they're on an intro
Oh,
screen.
they're on a waiting screen.
Yeah. Okay, geez, what do we do with the last 7 minutes? We ended it too
Well-
early, Neil.
Then we can talk about the money.
Just
So how do
chill.
you want to deal with this cash?
All right. So, how much was needed for the town project? That was
We're about
50
100 gold was the total expectation of needs.
or like 7 something silver.
1,000 gold.
100 gold is 1,000 silver. It was
Okay.
like 75 gold needed to like pay the carpenter,
Right.
and then 25 more for supplies, rope and lumber and whatnot.
We totally got that, right?
How
Yeah,
much
I
did
have
Barnaby already
1,000.
front?
Barnaby promised that he would cover any debts that weren't paid,
Oh,
and so
dang it.
people started working on it, and he was just
Right.
going to, like, in worst case scenario, be the one to put out for
Right.
it.
All right, Khyperia is going to lumber into the carpenter's place with just super encumbered backpack, just thump the backpack down on a table, and be like, "I got your 1,000 silver
I
right
really wanna
here,
try and shorten that.
and I'm gonna pay it all."
The worst.
The carpenter will take a look at you. Their eyes will go wide, and you can hear a muttering under their breath. Oh my, by all the gods. Where did you get this amount of silver?
We got more if you want more. Going back to Northridge, we found probably around 5,000 silver in a chest. It is behind a very scary golem, but there's an incredible amount of silver.
The carpenter's jaw goes slack. Well,
Hell yeah.
I suppose that means we will have more than enough to build the drawbridges.
Indeed.
That should be
Hire an
enough to
apprentice if
like
you want.
do even more infrastructure shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
Jacob, the carpenter who runs the lumber mill. Oh, wait, carpenter's not even on here. Lumber mill's different than carpenter. We don't have a name or anything for our carpenter, so it's time to name them.
What?
Our
Next donation names them.
Yes.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have donation in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, quick. If you do a donation within the next 5 minutes, then you get to name this NPC. There we go. What a donation incentive. We actually had one now. Boom. There we go. Exclamation point donate. You got 4 minutes.
As long as it's like something saying not Carpenter McCartface.
Carpenter McWood face.
Guaranteed to be that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, try not
name's
to be
Woody.
too memey, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoever gets it first.
So, while we're waiting for that to happen, why don't one of you guys roll me a d6 to determine to randomly determine the gender of our carpenter, and then a new die roll. Our last ones all had everyone in their middle ages, so why don't we do like a d60 plus, no, a d40 plus 20 for our carpenter's age.
Someone else can do that.
D40 plus 20?
Yeah.
Boom.
All right. A little bit on the older side. I think this is the oldest NPC we've created thus far. 60
Love it.
years old. And Ashley rolled a d6, so it is a gentleman carpenter. Was that d6 for the gender, Ashley?
Yes.
Yay.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Critical
Male carpenter,
age.
60
Yes.
years old. Do we have a name yet?
Nope, not yet.
I'm so excited.
All right, well, we will hold off on the age. But the carpenter, unnamed as they are right now, I have any other projects you need doing? Any other wooden structures? I think you've got more than enough gold or silver on hand, and in theory in the future, to build whatever you need.
Indeed, we'll have to talk to Barney about how we can defend this town more, because this town definitely needs some more infrastructure. So, your services are definitely going to be required.
I'm happy to provide them.
Neat.
Okay. So you're going to pay up the carpenter, and what else are you going to do? Where else is this money going to go? Is this like the three of you and you're taking all this money? Or does like this money all belong to the town? You're the only people to make this judgment. You are the finders of it, the acquirers of it. You've gone through the danger. You are the people who have a lawful say in what happens to it and a de facto absolute say on it, because no one can physically take this money from you since you're the most capable warriors in the entire town. So it's entirely up to you.
I think
Kyra is going to put her sheriff foot down and say that all of the money that we have just looted is ours, on the condition that you help us get the rest for the town.
What does that mean?
I was
So
just gonna
all,
say
Rest in the chest.
all of the silver that is currently in your inventory is yours. But we should get the rest in the chest for the town.
Oh, right. So whatever's left in Northridge should go to the town.
Yes.
That's
Is
a lot of
everyone
money. to
okay
the
with
town.
this ruling?
I'm not sure.
How much silver
Maybe.
do you actually have?
As I recall, you all require my talent for invisibility to procure the rest of the silver, so I think appropriately I should take a small fee on top. A small
Your
fee
fee,
of,
yeah.
let's see, there were 50,000 coins. I think 5,000 would be just fine.
Okay, fine. You both can get 5,000.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
All right, we should probably raid the next person, because we just hit the hour in a few seconds probably. And you know what? We didn't get a name for our carpenter, but the previous donation actually did have a name in it. Elfminster donated $10 and said show Thor. So Thor is going to be the name of our carpenter.
Excellent.
So there we go. All right, so we are gonna raid EVA. I have no idea what they're gonna do. Apex
Yay.
Legends. There we go. All right. Thank you all so much for joining. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was fun. And feel free to stick around for the next stream for the Trans Lifeline streamathon donation thingy. All right. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I need to wait for the raid a few seconds. Damn it, it's awkward. We said goodbye too early.
Yep. Oh no.
Okay, hold on.
Now we
Yep.
have to do that awkward thing where we walk in the same direction after having said goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, gosh, that happens so often.
That's the worst.
I'm
not
gonna
in the
take this
past year,
bus
but-
this time actually, so I'll just head off this direction. All right, there we go. Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for joining.